If you wanna bring that drama, I'll whoop that ass like Michael Obama. Yeah, I got that big D energy. Ain't nobody wanna step to me. And if you really wanna bring that drama, I'll whoop that ass like Michael Obama.
No, Michelle is a
I'm sorry, she's a what?
transgender. We all know.
Oh my gosh.
Oh gosh. It's okay.
I whip that beat out like Michael Obama.
We already have it with
I got that
Obama,
big
so
energy.
let's just calm down.
Nobody wanna step to me. And if you really wanna bring that drama, I whip that ass like Michael Obama. I'm a girl, 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 I'm a whip the thing out like Michael Obama. I got that big energy. Ain't nobody wanna step like me. And if you really wanna bring that drama, I whip that ass like Michael Obama. Ain't got that clit, bitch. Hung like a llama. I whip that dick out.
Layla hates her hotties. Oh yeah, Layla, she hates her hotties. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, she hates the hotties. Oh yeah. She hates the hotties.
Can't you save us, Britney Spears? Can we be saved? God, why is Satan controlling the universe?
The world we used to think we knew is constantly exposing who our possibilities come true. So what we do is call out to the good guys, good guys. Witches, widows, MAGA, mystics, entertaining cunnilinguists, good guys. The forum of the quorum needs a secretive society to advance our philosophies intentionally, magically, good guys. Conspiracy, sex, cults, Jamaicans, it's okay to change your thinking, good guys. Good guys, good guys, good guys. The world we used to think we knew is constantly exposing woo. Our possibilities come true. So what we do is call out to the good guys, good guys. Witches, widows, MAGA, mystics, entertaining cunnilinguists, good guys. The forum of the quorum needs a secretive society to advance our philosophies intentionally, magically, good guys. Conspiracy, sex, cults, Jamaicans, it's okay to change your thinking, good guys. Good guys, good guys, good guys.
Big up your blood clot self. Happy Sunday night and welcome to Ssgg. The ladies smoke free tonight. Brap, brap. How are you guys?
Good.
I got a lot going on.
Tired,
right
good.
now.
Like what?
I got a joint. I got a cough drop. I
I
got
got my coffee. I got my weed pen. Got my
My protein
stocks.
shake and water.
Yep.
of course, Abby.
Normally I'd have that drink before this, but I'm flying by the seat of my
I got my
pants.
protein shake and my water. I just came from the gym. I have
Yeah,
That's what
perfect
I should
curls
be
in my
saying,
hair.
but I don't. Fucking shit. I need to be saying that. Oh yeah, I just came from the
make it
gym.
happen.
I
That's
know.
all.
I'm just lazy. I got a lot going on. It's like
Girl,
I'd
I'm
rather
not
sleep.
motivated at all. Like this weather has been dreary and I don't want to get out of bed and I don't want to go to the gym. So
I'd
it's
rather sleep.
motivation is not a real thing because I'm never motivated to go to the gym.
I like to hibernate during the winter time. I like to stay, in bed on my spare time and just relax as much as I can. And then when it's time to move, I move. But yeah,
I feel that.
winter time, I hate it. I could be in Florida, doesn't matter. It's just the winter solstice. Something about it's just like, ugh, God.
Seasonal depression's real.
Yeah, for me it is. I hate it.
And going to the gym is helpful with that,
I know.
I think.
It's
Sweat.
like the only thing I do while I'm off
It is.
work right now. Like I don't do good on breaks. Like that's the one thing I realized but like when I got into education was that like 3 months off, 2 weeks off, it's like, "Oh my god, I hate it." I'll probably work till I die.
I will. Even if I were
Same.
like super loaded, I
Yeah,
like it just you know how people are like, keeps you honest, like,
yeah,
about certain things. I just like showing up somewhere.
I
Even
do
if
too.
like I just like it. I don't mind camaraderie of different people. Sometimes it sucks.
Yeah, I'd like
Sometimes
a
other
4-day
humans,
work week maybe, but still like
maybe like 15 hours.
yeah, 15 hours would be great. Just work
No,
a
I
few
really
hours
don't
a day.
mind working 100 hours a week if I'm passionate about it and like
Yeah, if I
super
like it.
driven. Yeah, if I like it, I'm in. So the news of the day, the hot news of the day, Jimmy Carter finally passed.
He was right, he wasn't going to the
Surprise,
inauguration.
surprise? Question mark?
Well, he just stayed alive to vote for Kamala.
Yep.
Yeah, so curious.
Every vote counts.
I think I think it's funny that he will probably have a state funeral, I imagine. So if you're a nerd and state funerals mean anything to you out there, I think that's curious. Like, I wonder if he'll have a wrinkled American flag. But Joe Biden is giving his eulogy.
That's so
Wow.
weird.
So will the
Imagine he
world be watching his state
on stage
funeral while Biden gives his eulogy
and he collapses on stage.
and Biden dies at giving the eulogy?
Start speaking
Hey, you
gibberish.
said it here first on the Secret Society of Good Guys. Remember how powerful this show can be.
I know if you've been here, probably it was a Sunday episode. I'm quite sure that we actually did the Jimmy Carter peanut spell.
Yeah. We said
We
he's
told
gonna
you
go.
he was not going to 2025 with us. The
Mm-mm.
highest possible timeline does not have the Carters on them. Jay-Z or Jimmy and Roseland
Or Nick.
or or the Nick, Florida's favorite Carter. That's why I wore my hair like this today. This was my Zach Morris hair.
I
Yeah,
love Zach.
anyway. You were Zach. I think I was Zach over AC Slater.
Me too.
Oh yeah, I was so Zach. Zach
He's so
Morris.
cute.
Kelly. Loved
And I
Kelly
Kelly.
don't like
Kapowski,
blonde
hot
guys, but
stuff.
he was
Kelly
cute.
over Elizabeth Berkley. Kelly
Huh.
Kapowski was cuter than Jesse Spano. But there were times that I was a Lisa Turtle girl. Like I
Yeah, me
was
too.
into
Yeah.
Lisa Turtle. I thought she was cute. Like there
Mhm.
was time like when Zach and Lisa had that little fling, I
I
was
liked
into
it.
that.
Yeah, me too.
I was in. I was all in
Oh,
on Zach and Lisa.
no wonder why Zach Morris is trending. It's on a timeline all over the place. Zach Morris. Saved by the Bell.
I am from the timeline where Zach and Lisa run away together.
Saved by the Bell.
They did, didn't they?
Oh, you guys, this is so today is for calling birds. in the 12 Days of Christmas song, because the first day of Christmas starts with a partridge in a pear tree, which is Christmas Day. So then today would be 4 calling birds, and tomorrow would be 5 golden rings. So I'm trying to find the significance of the song they give us, because we have all those 12
Or
days.
is it 5 golden rings today? Because it's 29th, right?
No, because the first day is on
25th.
the 25th. So then today
29 is the 5th day.
wait, 21st, 5th, 20, 6, 27, 28, 29. Then today's the 5 golden rings.
Cute.
Yeah, because the first day. Yeah, because
And one ring to rule them all.
and it ends the day before Epiphany. Like not on. So it ends the day before Three Kings Day or January 6th.
Nice. Okay.
So January 5th is the last day of it. January 5th, like you're having a big day, your moving
Yeah.
day. So, and then it's just, it's curious. I was wondering, I was like, how are they going to hit us with 5 golden rings? Oh, Jimmy Carter.
Mm.
So
And
that makes sense.
also, this weird talk about how the moon and the sun are rising and setting at the same fucking time, supposedly today. Like at the same like moment. They're both going to be at the horizon line at the same time, and everyone's talking about on TikTok, of course, that it's some kind of gateway or an alignment that happens every 300 years. And is like a rarity that this doesn't happen
Weird.
quite often. It happens once every 300 years.
Let's see.
Mm-hmm.
Sun moon alignment.
Let me find the
Enter
video.
into my testy Google bar and news. And it says, once in a black moon.
Yeah.
What to know about this upcoming celestial spectacle.
Oh, it is a Black Moon month too.
The end of the month, we'll see a special kind of new moon that has been nicknamed a black moon. A new moon is one of the moon's 8 phases. Its mark is invisible phase, blah, 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 blah. This month will happen at 5:27 on Monday. Black moon, unlike a blue moon or 2 full moons that take place in a month, we can't. While the new moon rises near sunrise and crosses the sky with the sun during the day, the star's glare is too strong to allow us to see the moon. However, stars appear brighter, which is good news for stargazers, blah, blah, blah. But that's a whole different thing. Black moon.
Yeah.
Black moon.
Brittany Pickle Spears is born on a black moon. That's kind of cool.
I'm trying to find the videos that explain this situation because it was quite fascinating, honestly.
I don't know. I don't know what it is. I guess we'll find out. I can't find anything on there. So do make sure you follow Layla everywhere because she does post these videos. She curates videos from TikTok, and she has a weird algorithm. So it shows her things like suns and moons passing each other in the night sky or something of that nature. She's got you. She's looking it up. She's got it. She's got it. So what else is going on in the universe, ladies? Abbie, you're moving, shining leashes.
Yeah. I should be packing, but I can't. I am not like a do it ahead of time kind of person. But also I'm going to have people living in my house after I move out. So I feel like I don't know. I'm still like I'm not moving. Like I'm going and moving some stuff on the 5th, but I will probably move the following weekend. So it seems like hard to pack the
Stages.
stuff that you yeah.
You'll get the key on the 5th,
Yep.
and then you'll get everything set up. Like you should start, packing now so you have it all in boxes.
Yeah.
And on the 5th, start making every time you go that way, make a trip, make a trip, make a trip.
That's my plan. But I'm having a hard time packing boxes because I don't know. It's like it's so much I want to get rid of. And I'm like, I'm going to have to get the stuff out of my house too. That's the other thing. So
Don't bring it with you if you're not
I'm
going to
not.
keep it.
I know. I'm not. Like
Don't
I'm not
bring it
taking
with.
any furniture. That's the crazy thing. I'm not taking anything. I'm taking like a TV and a TV stand.
I have started
I like
in
that
life a few
idea.
times with a TV stand and a lawn chair.
Yeah.
Sometimes when
I
you move cross country in your car, you just are like, okay, I want all my clothes
Yep.
and like, your toiletries or your pillows. But other than that, you're like, shit, what can I really fit in my car?
Yeah, we'll just start over and it's okay.
I'll just buy it when I get there.
Plus, I wanna see the space before I wanna be in the space before I fill the space.
Yeah. Sometimes it helps.
Yeah.
And you think you need all this new stuff sometimes, and you're like, I don't want all that.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a fresh start. It's exciting.
It is exciting.
It's
Oh,
exciting.
I'm
guys,
excited to
it
have
is
less
exciting.
people to clean up after, to be honest. Like, that's the most exciting part.
I feel
Are
like
you
after
what? What, Layla? What do you got going on over there?
I just feel like after this summertime, this 2025, things are just gonna. It's just gonna be amazing.
Layla, I
And
think you're not coming through your mic.
no,
There you are. Yeah, you are.
there we
She knew.
go.
She had it in her lap because she was like,
That was just
Yeah,
the problem.
I'm
oh
I'm so
yeah.
close. I'm so close to finding that
Soundtrack.
video. Okay.
Oh shit. I think 2025 is gonna be a good year too.
Oh fuck
Um,
yeah.
like the Jimmy Carter thing, I do think some curious stuff. I wonder if I've been hearing chatter about like a universal basic income
Yeah.
being a thing regardless, where everybody's gonna get like a stipend of money due, like some sort of reparations, maybe.
Interesting.
I hope something like that. Because it's about damn time.
What do you think about the idea of Doge being a coin that we might see hit $1 and then 1 cent all within the period of 6 months?
I fucking hope so because I'm holding Doge.
Well, isn't that what they're telling us, that it'll delete itself on 7/4?
I don't think Dogecoin will delete itself.
That's going to be the ledger.
I hope it doesn't.
I think
I
that's
hope.
what I've gathered, is that that's what it's for. A ledger with a ledge. I don't know. Oh, oh, you're not talking. Something happened with your sound, and then you went Mickey Mouse.
Someone in the chat asked what our thoughts were on C-section versus I've never heard the word before. I had to look it up, but natural childbirth, I guess. So coming out the regular way. And my
Well, I
thoughts are
mean,
C-sections fucking suck. So you should never opt for one. Sometimes they're necessary, but
yeah.
I've had both, and I would rather do a vaginal birth all fucking day.
Yeah. I mean, it seems like a medical procedure,
Yeah, it is. Like you walk around feeling like your guts are gonna fall out, and
whereas birth is not a medical procedure, and that's
no,
the misnomer. Is like they want it so badly to be a medical procedure. They want it so badly to need the hospital and need a doctor and but any woman anywhere, if everything goes right, she can take care of her own self and
well,
baby and give birth to herself.
that's
It's pretty
what my
crazy.
last one, because I had my fourth child, I had to have a C-section, and then my fifth one, they don't do vaginal birth after cesarean. Most doctors don't, so it's really hard to find a doctor who will actually do it. So I really planned on staying home until the last minute. I was like, I'm just gonna have this baby at home. Like I could do this. This is like I did 3 times. Like I could do
You might
this.
have been one of the women who actually said it to me, but it was all my friends that had C-sections, that when I had my surgery, they were like, "Girl, when you're getting up and down, you need to put a pillow
Yes, I
like
did. I
on
did.
your
I told you
womb."
about the pillow. That's
That
exactly
changed
it.
my life because
Yeah,
I
you
was
have to
like,
hold a pillow to your stomach to
"Abbie,
get up.
they cut through my abs. I'm in so much pain. It's
Yep.
so hard to get up and down." I didn't realize how much I was using abs to do normal stuff. And so
Exactly,
you were
and
like, "Oh, that's what happens in a C-section. Let me
yep.
help you." I
And
felt
then
like I had to
nobody
go through
tells
so
you
much.
that, you have to, like you kinda learn it on your own, and then so then knowing I had to have another C-section, I had my little pillow with me, so,
It's crazy.
yeah.
I mean, yeah, I don't they happen in life and I don't think it's any less or more, but I think any time too with the Layla's back. Um with the oxytocin versus pitocin, I think you want as much of that released as possible
Yeah.
over the long haul, but it's not always safe for the women, it's not always safe for the child and
Not a medical
oh well.
procedure, I gotta say, me and all my siblings were born at home, I'll tell you that, so, it doesn't
Nice.
require a doctor to be there, like, they're assisted by a midwife, but seriously, that's how births were forever. You were assisted by a midwife in your home.
I
Yeah,
love it.
until King James said, "No, witches."
Kill all the midwives, yeah.
Yeah, I
I
wonder
know.
why.
Because it's all a big pharma spell. Same
Because it
stuff.
goes
It's like over and over again.
Jimmy Carter was the first president born in a hospital, speaking of which.
Really?
I think I'm so glad you brought that up
Yeah.
because I think we're in this Jimmy Carter loop, like this 1977 Jimmy Carter loop. Like, and the other thing that would happen if we were, in fact, in the Jimmy Carter loop, there would be snow in Miami this winter.
They said that snow might be coming in the next
Whoa.
2 weeks, like a future forecast. Don't
I'm
know.
just saying, if we were in an exact loop, I actually put up I can probably find it pretty quick and easy.
I have the
Oh,
video.
make sure you follow me on, wherever you're watching this. Find,
Well, they're like
I,
19 degrees mid Florida, like by past Orlando. You expect to see snow, and I'm like, what the fuck down there? Snow? I'm like, okay, we'll see about that. There's a cold front apparently pushing down towards our part of the woods.
Jimmy motherfucking Carter. Where are you? And I feel like it has something to do with Jay-Z as well.
Yo.
Jay
Ooh.
Carter.
How
You
does
know
he
why
have
he
the?
was born in a hospital, though? His mom was institutionalized, so she was in a mental hospital, a
So she
sanitarium.
had the chrome.
Huh.
She was probably schizophrenic and then had higher
Yeah,
levels. She was Britney Spears.
yeah,
Huh.
and so she gave birth there, so that's why he was the first president born in a hospital.
I'm crazy with whole the entirety of Beyonce's pregnancy and how they evacuated everyone out of the hospital and didn't let visitors in to go see like dying people who were like actually in the hospital for serious conditions.
Okay.
They locked up the entire hospital. Go ahead.
In 1977, Jimmy Carter was sworn in. There was snow in Miami. Winnie the Pooh, Star Wars, um, the climb of the World Trade Center, like somebody climbed the
Oh,
World
whoa.
Trade Center. There was the Beverly Hills Supper Club fire. Elvis dies. New York blackout. MK Ultra hearing. So the MK Ultra hearing happened in 1977. Son of Sam, the wow signal, which is that signal heard from space where somebody was like, oh my gosh, this is extraterrestrial life from space. And they just wrote wow on the graph and it became known as the wow signal. The Golden Dragon, Port Strike, Ronnie Van Zant, Pinwheel. And so it's just like Pinwheel was like a Disney Nickelodeon type kid show was started.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so let's see if there's snow in Miami, y'all, we're on the loop. Winnie the Pooh. I don't know.
I wonder if
This
we'll
is
have a new Winnie the Pooh movie this year.
Probably watch.
I know.
I think there
You
is
heard it
one,
here
but Winnie the
first.
Pooh's the killer.
Ooh.
I might be crazy. I feel like I seen
Well,
something come across my TV where it was like Winnie the Pooh scary.
Well, isn't there like this whole story about how all these imaginational characters are part of that boy's like mind? Like he has like,
Mhm.
I guess, schizophrenia or something, or he can see these beings, I guess, and they're not real. So maybe they'll create a movie in that sense of like imaginary friends. in his imaginary world around him. That's the only way I could see it.
For what imaginary world? I was so taken with the chat.
Winnie the Pooh, the whole idea of like the main character, the boy, he has
Oh,
like
Christopher Robin.
that he
This
has
little fagalish.
apparently he has like a mental disorder, and he sees these beings in his head, and that they're not real, they're imaginary.
Like
So
one of them represents anxiety, and one of them,
yeah.
I've
So
heard
maybe they'll
that.
create a movie based around that. Maybe.
I don't
Or
know.
kid, maybe he's been abused and they're not telling us a story, and this is what causes like you to see like after all the abuse, the MK Ultra.
I don't
Why
know.
would this kid have that condition? You know, if that's the story behind Winnie the Pooh, what happened to this fucking kid?
I just always thought of him as like a very imaginative kid or whatever, like no friends, so he created his own. But
Kids always
I
create.
always just thought he was talking to his stuffed animals.
that's what I mean.
That's
Like
where I was
his
like, did you guys ever
imagination.
talk to your stuffed animals? Did you give them like characters? Did they have a hierarchy? Were you
Mm,
nervous if you treated some stuffed animals bad, they'd come alive when you were sleeping and hurt you?
mm.
This is what I wonder sometimes about like deities and like stuffed animals.
Yeah, like fucking what are they? Voodoo dolls.
Dude,
Yeah.
one of my earliest dreams, like somebody had given my mom this like Mardi Gras clown for me for at her baby shower, and it was always in my crib and stuff like that. But one of my first nightmares was my mom dressed at like the Mardi Gras clown. I was so terrified of that damn thing.
Why are kids scared of clowns? I never thought them scary at
What do
all,
you guys
ever.
think of hopefully Winnie the Pooh doesn't poo his pants because he's not wearing any?
Then he'd just be taking a shit on the floor, right?
Yeah, he's not pooing his pants at all then. He's just dumping on the floor.
What would he poop, really? All he eats is honey, so it'd be like fucking piles of like poopy honey. That's all he
You'd
fucking
be like a
eats.
dog and eat his poop.
Probably.
Gross, you guys. What are you doing to Winnie the Pooh? What's happening?
We're blaming Brittany for that one.
Yeah, it's all Brittany's fault.
That was Nimrod. Oh shit. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's going to be definitely an interesting week. It like just feels like we're coming into the new year. We have a crystal ball
Yeah,
drop this year, Abbie.
crystal
I thought,
ball.
yeah, I think it usually is like Swarovski crystals or something that they do, but it's just curious, like pointing it out, like, huh, a crystal ball
Crystal
drop
ball. Yeah. I was like, what?
in time square. So Chronos Square, essentially.
Yeah, and it's not necessarily a ball either, because they have it in this like weird, I don't even know what shape to call that. It's like many-sided. I don't know how many sides that thing has. So technically it's
Like the
not really a
Epcot
ball.
sphere, where it's that's the Riemann sphere. There's the one that the Epcot sphere is, where it's all the triangles that attach and make the circle.
Yeah, I think that's it.
And I think it might be the structure for like atomic energy, like the atomic bomb. I don't know why, but it's also the same. It's a similar pattern to a soccer ball, but not the same pattern.
Mm,
But I think the soccer ball might be atomic energy. I might have it different. Never mind.
yeah, because
Disregard. Scratch the atomic energy thing
the new
altogether.
one is triangles, and that one I think is I don't
Like
know.
little weird octagon shapes,
Yeah,
but they're not
octagon,
all
yeah.
octagons. It's weird. Soccer balls are weirder than you think.
Huh.
They really are.
Like they seem like a very simple pattern to draw, but they don't fit like that.
Even volleyballs.
I was thinking the same thing. I was thinking about volleyballs.
Mm-hmm.
So the weird rectangles.
Wow, I love how our minds just like
Like little
connect.
squirrels.
Uh-huh.
Well, this is everything that I was
Dodecahedron?
thinking. How yeah, say that again, Layla.
Dodecahedron?
Dodecahedron.
Oh, hedron. Drone.
Dodecahedron.
Oh my god, do you know they changed drones on TikTok to Dior bags? That's the new viral word for drones on fucking TikTok. No one's saying drones. They're like, all right, so do you guys see the Dior bags? And blah, 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 blah. If you go on Dior bag TikTok, you'll see all this information about everything you need to know about Dior bags, you know? And I'm like, what the fuck is this obsession about Dior bags? And finally, I go down that rabbit hole. I'm like, oh my God, it's fucking drones. Because they're getting shadow banned for like saying the word drones. So they picked the word Bethany Frankel, I believe was her name. She's like, I'm gonna call it Dior bags, and she made Dior like viral. Plus the
You know
whole
who Bethany
idea,
Frankel is?
housewife something.
The Real Housewives of New York. She's the one I think that made Skinny Bitch.
Mm,
So all the Skinny Bitch Margarita and Skinny Bitch, that whole like line of things. I might be
mhm.
wrong.
I think
It
you're right.
probably Becky Brittany Pickle Spears will know that one for sure.
Mm.
But Bethany Frankel is interesting.
Oh yeah,
Always with the Real Housewives. But what you're saying and telling me right now, that is a meta.
I know.
Dior bag
I
is a
looked
Yeah.
for
fucking
it.
meta.
I know. I know.
That's
There,
the shit. When we're done here tonight.
there is one, but it's not doing anything.
And when they're not doing anything, they're not realer than yours.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
So if we're bored after we get off,
Let's see what kind of magic we can make.
Dior bags runs differently too.
Mhm.
That's what I kind of liked about Skynet is it runs differently.
Yeah.
Anyways, we won't do it. R.I.P. Jimmy Carter. Rest in poo. Oh, summer.
Yeah.
Brap, brap. Yep. Big up yourself.
Summer.
Big up your blood clot self. Oh,
What
see,
else? What else?
you know Bethany has them wine glasses.
Oh, cool.
Oh wow, that's dope.
Oh, she ain't the only one. Don't let Becky drop names. You'll hurt your feet. You guys can all go get the best personalized wine glasses from Wine Me. Wine Me is the new black.
Fucking rigs.
What do you say?
She wanted a Dior bag, so I got her a JanSport. Oh fuck.
That's how
I guess
you keep
Walmart is
'em.
selling like a knockoff Birkin bag, and everybody's
Mm.
like buying them. So that's funny.
Yeah, and it's like I love this idea, honestly. These people are spending like up to 200, sometimes $500,000 on
They're
these
insane,
fucking Birkin bags.
and they're not even
And it's
cute.
just they're like regular fucking bags. Cute. Okay, nice leather. Wonderful. It's a fucking Birkin. It's a Kelly. It's a this. It's a mini Kelly. And I'm like, they
You have
all
to
look
get on a list to get one of these.
yeah,
Like
or
it ain't just it's like how guys have to get a Lamborghini or something and they have to get on this list. And then it's like because you have to get it when it comes out of the factory unless you get a used Birkin. And
yeah.
then
Have
they
you
have
seen
used Birkin dealers that
Have you
come to
seen
your
Jeffree
house
Star's?
and they're like, oh, like let's say you and Abbie you were both in the Birkin market. I would come to your guys' house with security, and then I would take a table and I would line you guys up, use Birkins, but the Birkin market is as good as gold or diamonds or anything. Your Birkin goes up in value. So it's like, this is crazy. But like the Birkin is a whole market, like a whole
Mm-hmm.
thing. But I love a good knockoff.
But it's funny
Yeah.
you said Birkin bag and Lamborghini, and Jeffree Star has like a whole wall of his closet that's all Birkin
He
bags,
sold a lot of it actually.
and then he had like 5 Lamborghinis.
Hmm. He sold his a huge Birkin collection because he's like, man, it's just like I got into this like huge materialistic. Oh, I got all these. He only kept like one or two and sold a lot of it and started making investments with other things. But
Like
he did
land
have
and
a
stuff
huge,
in
yeah,
Montana or something.
Would you
huge fucking
carry a
collection.
Merkin bag? Should we have a Merkin bag collection?
Well, there's a Workin. It's
No, but
called the Walmart. A Merkin,
what a Merkin is?
like a man bag.
No, it's a pussy wig.
Oh, I didn't know that.
There's such thing?
I didn't
Yeah,
know
it's
that.
because like most women like fully manicure and everything, and so they still have to do 80s and 70s movies. And so there's like
So instead of
piece.
growing out their pubes, they
Yeah, they can get a merkin. And so would you carry a
who
merkin?
knew there was such things?
No, I would not carry a Merkin bag. No.
Like when
And-
somebody's like, "That's so soft," you're like, "It's merkin."
Yeah.
Whose pubes are soft though?
Yeah,
I-
like what an
Are they kinda
interesting
wet?
Luxury,
thing
though,
with the merkin original.
I would choose Bottega, not
You're
Birkin.
like, "Thank you. It's a Lisa Merkin.
I
It's a
can't.
little Lisa."
Birkin is too boxy. I like yeah.
Boxy.
Yeah, it's too boxy. I like me a Bottega. It's different. It's unique. Nice leather. Smells great. feels
demure.
great. It's beautiful. It's different styles. It's just classic. I love it.
I'm a traditional, like
too.
if I were gonna get, this is the girliest right here, us talking like this. If I were gonna go, I still am like a traditional brown and tan LV girl. Like I
Yeah.
just
Louis
like
Vuitton,
a
yeah.
traditional.
I've never liked Louis Vuitton. I don't know why.
I like it. I like the belts. I just think they're like
I like the
classy.
black heels with the red bottoms. I love those. I want a pair so
Those
bad.
are
Oh my God, the
Lubu,
new
though.
ballerina ones. If you hear this, anybody out there, there's these ballerina high heels, size 8.5, either color.
Mhm.
Just ship them over to me. They're beautiful. They're these ballerina high heel shoes that from Louis Vuitton. You got to look at them.
Louis Vuitton. Okay.
You got to see them. You're gonna die.
But
Abbie.
Louboutin, that's
Yeah,
different
Louis
than
Vuitton.
Louis.
It's different.
Yeah.
Louboutin.
Yeah.
Louboutin. Red bottoms.
Mm-hmm.
Red
That's
bottoms.
different.
Oh. Meryl, is it Meryl Streep? Yeah, she went on stage with a martini glass and was like, I took these shoes off and you see the bottoms of these? They're Christian Louboutins. She's like, yeah, these are made of my blood. Like nonchalantly. I'm just like, what the fuck? Like, what are you trying to tell us? Like aloud.
Like
She's probably telling the truth.
well, it's the Cardi B too. I got red bottoms. I got bloody shoes.
Mm-hmm. I don't know what that was about, but that was just fascinating to me. You
Bloody
know?
shoe bottoms, red bottoms.
Yeah, but those Christian Louboutins.
I'd wear 'em still, though.
Everything.
I might be wrong, but I think they own the red bottom.
Yeah, they do.
I think for other companies, like you can get a pair of something made by artists that will give you red bottoms, or like, but to actually have red bottoms on your shoes, it's a collab with them that you have to have. I mean,
Briggs.
Oh my god.
I think Birkins are boring looking too.
I do too.
Mhm.
I never saw the
I
hype.
like the Kelly, I'm not gonna lie.
They're like the Volvo of purses.
Yes.
They're not sexy,
No, they're
but
like a
they seem
grandma
like you
bag.
could put a beach umbrella in them. They seem like a
Yeah.
Mary Poppins bag.
Yeah. Yeah. I would say that. The size though, because some of them are small as fuck. I would not spend that kind of money though.
It's pretty wild.
Mhm.
Don't you always notice that around Christmas time, it's like you see like all the diamond commercials and all the like cologne and all the, it's like stuff you never see. All of it becomes like this nicer, like you're walking through a Vegas hotel. That's what your commercials start to look like, where you're like, oh, a perfume store. Oh, a purse. Oh, a Lamborghini commercial. I've never seen a Lamborghini commercial on my algorithm on YouTube. What? What? It's like, what's happening this time of year? Who are these people? This commercial cannot be, you know what I'm just flippantly going to buy, honey? Lamborghini
buy
that
a
I'm watching
Lamborghini.
it. Yeah, it just feels like silly, almost like
Yeah.
shaming.
It is. It really fucking is. It's like, oh man, or maybe inspiring.
Do you think there's any chance at the Super Bowl this year that Justin and Janet make a comeback?
Whoa. I thought it was Beyonce, or no?
Oh, is it Beyonce this year? I don't know if they already picked it. I haven't looked into it. I would just know it's coming
I
up.
thought I saw Beyonce. Something about Beyonce.
Is she doing it, or did she just do something in her
Or-
little cowboy getup?
Oh, excuse
And
me.
her little
Hold on.
cowboy get up.
Yeah. I think she is doing the Super Bowl, actually.
Maybe she's
2025,
doing New Year's.
right? 2025.
Yeah.
The head witch. That seems perfect. It's like, ooh, they're really setting
Oh
one
no,
up.
Kendrick Lamar actually.
Uh-oh, not
yeah.
like us.
Kendrick Lamar so far.
That's kind of
Potential.
funny. I wonder who will go on with him.
Huh.
Because
I never
apparently
really
the
watched that shit anyway.
but the Drake and Kendrick feud is super big. It's like Peanut or one of those things. It's like so meta, everything about
I
them
can't
two
wait
fighting.
until the information about Drake killing XXX tense whatever his fucking name was.
Tentacion.
Tentacion. I fucking love yeah, I love that guy. But
I do
rest in
too.
peace. But he was the reason why he was offed. Like cause Drake the
He
man
said too
Drake.
many truths. He was talking about how they clone all of them and all of that shit.
And the frequencies that they use on people to control a room and control their minds.
Well, isn't Kendrick's record label getting sued by Drake because he said that they released Kendrick's album and Kendrick all but made him sound like a pedophile?
Well,
And that's like, I watched this guy post something about the beef, and then I had to like comment. He's like, "What do you think?" I was like, "I think, can we not talk about the fact that Drake totally groomed Millie Bobby Brown?" And he never commented back on my comment, but everybody else liked it. It's like, come on.
it's crazy how all of a sudden, sometimes I wonder if I mean, they probably really do this shit, but sometimes I really wonder if this is just all a fucking hoax, pedophile this, pedophile that, just for some kind of show, some kind of ruse, some kind of I don't know what, just to take something away from us. I don't know what it is. I feel like it's all a play just to take something away from our humanity, our pleasures of life, whatever. I don't know. It's just weird. All of a sudden, ironically, everything about pedophiles are coming out and they're all pedophiles. And it's just, we didn't see before. Now, all of a sudden, we're all seeing it. We're all calling it out. And it's just all in your face now.
But I think it's because people like
Cardi B on the
Corey
back of a
Feldman and
wall.
stuff started speaking up, even though he's trying to charge for it. But he probably felt like his life was in danger, even saying anything.
But
So
nobody would know to look that shit up if people weren't saying it. And it's like a
yeah,
fractal changing.
yeah.
Everybody knows symbols now. Like the FBI wasn't supposed to, all the codes that the FBI pedo codes wasn't supposed to get leaked in WikiLeaks however long ago. But people have been talking about it since Boys Town, since the Finders, since like the amount of prostitution rings and human trafficking rings and things that people have been screaming about with just the Catholic Church, just the different countries around the world, different slave trades going on, not just children, all
Yeah.
over. So it's just like now people just have the eyes to see it. It's like everybody on TikTok, if their algorithm just changes a little slant and it's like, hey, what's this symbol doing on a diaper? We weren't
Yeah.
ever supposed to know what the symbol was. They were brazen in our face because they never ever thought, like, no one would ever give a shit. Chaney's not supposed to have an account right now.
Or
Like,
dildos on toys.
yeah, or
Abbie.
putting their
Oh my gosh, yes. I got to figure out what those toys are called. They're these little kits that you like.
they're miniature something. They're really
Yeah.
popular now where you could have a miniature oven and make a miniature pie or put a miniature nail salon.
Or
Abbie
cake,
going,
or like a little bakery or a little donut shop and stuff like that. So I got some for my son's Christmas stocking. One of them happened to be a spot. I just grabbed some. They had all the food ones were gone, so but he likes to make them with his sister. So anyway, we open it up and it literally has 4 fucking dildos in it. We're like, "What the fuck?" It's a spa, right? We're like, "Oh my god." My daughter's like, "Mom, look at this shit." So I'm like, "What the hell is that?" So
They
she finally
literally look like them.
yeah, she pulls out the instructions and everything and realizes it goes onto the bottom of the bowl, so it's like a bathtub, but so it's supposed to be like a clawfoot tub, but it's more like a dickfoot tub. I'm like, "Oh my god, this is insane." It was like
That's
a
how they
package
do
full
it.
of dicks. Yes.
That's how they
and have little kids playing with little dicks And
Yeah.
that's where I'm like,
And a
where I
spa
was like, I'm
too.
not even gonna type it all back. I'm not
Oh,
even. I'll
for a
just do it
happy
when we do it
ending?
in person. Because
Yeah.
sometimes when I am just being a smart ass, you guys, it falls short, and I'm just like, oh,
Oh, I
forget
would have
it.
felt it because that was
No,
like
I was being a smart ass. I said, a clawfoot tub, of course.
yeah,
Like,
no.
but I felt like you kept having to show me, like, no, look at him in this way. They look
No,
like
I
dicks,
just
and I
wanted
was
to
gonna be
show
like,
you.
I believe you. I
No, I
believe
was
you.
sending more
They
pictures.
totally look like dildos. They 100% look like
I knew.
dildos. And I don't
I
think
got what you were saying.
for any child that is born anywhere now that would be playing with miniature toys, they don't know what a fucking clawfoot tub is. And
They
it's not,
don't.
if it
No.
is called a clawfoot tub, nothing about its clawfoot. It looks like
A
dick.
fucking
Yeah.
dick.
No, I just
Micro
sent the other
dicks.
picture because Layla talked about like we should put it on TikTok. So I wanted like that picture in there too, like the actual photograph of it. It
Oh,
wasn't to convince you more. It was just like
look.
just as like, okay, here's this
You were
picture,
like,
here's
here's
that. Like
this
here's
angle.
all of it.
Here's
Yeah.
it in the sun.
Yeah,
Yes.
but I'm shadow banned, so it didn't go viral at all. Like, it's not gonna catch any traction because they don't like me on that app at all.
It
Oh,
was me.
man.
It was a few TikToks ago, but I post that a lot. Becky was like, was it Layla? Well, but Layla could have too. I don't know what she has on her thing with Demi Moore making out with that kid, but that is definitely something
Yeah,
you
it's still
can
on my
go.
page, actually, I think.
You can go to Chaney and Wonderland on, and I'm sure it's still up. If you could look up Church of Hollywood, you'd still be able to find it.
Maybe.
But it's
Oh,
her
there
with
you go. You see the mini dicks? You see that? Dicks
it's so funny.
for your
Like one
kids.
even looks veiny. I'm like, what the fuck?
And I know it's
I'm so glad I don't have kids. I really am. It's just
I
something I don't have to worry about, really.
yeah. That is
There's a lot to worry about when you have
crazy.
kids. It's mind blowing. Kudos to you, moms and dads out there. Y'all
yeah,
are
because you wouldn't even think about it. Like, let me open up every single one of my kids' toys and make sure there's nothing that's like trying to be
subliminal.
insinuatory. Yeah,
Mhm.
yes, exactly.
Like when you hit the button on their bottom, they laugh. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
fucking
like right
weird.
in there. Why? Why can't
Yeah,
you make it
some of them
squeeze it
even
in the
moaned.
hand? Why do
You know that,
why do
right?
you have to?
Some
What?
of
Yeah.
them actually moaned when you touched them at the stomach like a few times. They would, after a while, ha 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 ha, like a weird noise, and it went
See, they're
viral.
all
And I'm
seeing
just
it now
like,
too, and they all think it looked like dicks.
yeah,
They're all now. This
dicks.
is how the delay we're on from them, and they're all just now
Mhm.
seeing it, and they're like, "What the
Yeah.
fuck?"
What in the Walt Disney dicks?
Well, let's see, and I can show the bathtub one too somewhere. Where is it?
Wild.
So this is what the bathtub kind of looked like. If you can see that, it's
There you go. With the
With
but it
dicks
still is a
hanging
ballsy
off.
dick.
Dickfoot tub.
We
Of course, it had
on
to be
notice.
pink, right? Like if
On
it was black, maybe it wouldn't
notice.
have even looked like that, or
Yeah, who
something, or
made those
gold.
toys? Fisher Price.
Yeah, on notice.
I don't know. I'm gonna have to look that
Yeah, we
up.
need to find out who made those toys so we can, for sure. Let me find it. Put them on notice.
On notice.
Period.
Because that's some fucking bullshit.
Bitch
I see
ass
people where they're like, look at these
motherfuckers.
diapers, like with Moana on them, and then they have some symbol. And I know there's other things that are symbols that have been around for centuries, but it's the same way we talk about the swastika. Some things just lose, like, or like Thomas might really want to wear a baby mustache, but you just aren't allowed. Some things. So it's just like that pedo symbol doesn't need to be on diapers. You can find
Mm,
something else to put there.
Seriously.
seriously, yeah.
Like, just stop. It's too much. But that's what makes me wonder about all the Diddy things and all the Jay-Z. And I do think somewhere Jay-Z attaches to Jimmy Carter. I feel like it's all like he's already been dead. Why pick today?
Like how so?
Like, I just think everything's like, if it's dog comms, if certain court cases or certain things are going through, or let's say, we're gonna kill Puff Daddy in jail so that way he can't narc on Jay-Z. We tried to put the thing in to kill Puff Daddy. It didn't go through. We used today to kill Jimmy Carter because he's been dead.
Seriously.
So sometimes I think things are just comms. So you use Jay Carter to give Jay-Z Carter like heads up, like, hey, Carter's yo in trouble.
And he still has face to go out in public. That's even more wild to me. Like recently, I guess his daughter and Beyonce's daughter, but not really. I guess she is in some movie or play or I don't even fucking know. She was on the red carpet and boom, Jay-Z comes out in daylight. And I'm like, wow, with
Yeah, he was
allegations
trying
too.
to cover face. Like it was almost like a PR move because everyone was just talking about like a 13-year-old girl just accused you of rape. And
Yeah.
this is the best. How about you don't go to your daughter's thing and let her have this without that on top of it?
And I low-key feel like that little girl somehow knows that Beyonce is not her mother.
Oh, 100% she knows
Because
Beyonce
she's
is not her
very
mom.
like don't touch me vibes, very uncomfortable around her. Doesn't like,
Like
seem
she don't like
happy.
her.
Mm-mm.
Well, I'm sure
Mhm.
she doesn't treat her right either.
Who
No,
knows
but
what
she
happens behind closed doors? Because that is Beyonce, no, Jay-Z's mistress that was mysteriously offed or dead.
she died.
She was
Did she
pregnant.
die of the same pneumonia
Yeah.
that
I feel like she
Brittany
did.
Murphy?
Yep.
I think so too.
And Diddy's whatever.
Yeah, and Diddy's ex.
Uh-huh. And that's what happened. That's why they had to close down the entire hospital because of who was actually giving birth, or I guess she was kind of still alive and they took the baby from her. And then what happened after that, I don't know, but no one was in or allowed in or out of that fucking hospital. It was on like super fucking lockdown. Like more than the president, put it that way.
And we
Yeah.
all know she had a fake baby in her belly. We
Oh,
all
yeah.
know all those videos of her were completely fake.
Yep.
So she went through all that. What is the fake baby thing? Because Michelle Obama too. Even if you take away the fact, if you can debate if you want to about her being Big Mike, but you cannot debate me that those aren't her children.
No, those are not
So
her.
whether or not she is a dude, or you can debate it if you want to, but those aren't her kids. And it's
Yeah.
weird that they hang out with the parents and how frequently they hang out with them.
Yeah. And Beyonce even wrote a whole song about like how she wore that lady's, I forgot what her name was, something white? No. Am I
I
mixing
kind
her
of think
name up?
this too, in a weird way. I think
Wore
they've
her
sent
skin.
Luigi into the jail to hit Puffy. So that way because he's killing an insurance guy and then he goes in and he's like, I killed a pedophile. He was doing bad stuff. But really it just silences that whole, loose end.
It's, I don't know what is going on anymore on the fucking main stage or world stage. Especially with this P. Diddy Luigi thing. It's mind blowing to me how the lawyers are
Yeah.
fucking married to each other, apparently.
Yeah. And then they're gonna be on the same floor, in the same cell, or some shit.
Yeah, this is just wild.
It's like the movie is so absurd at this point. You can see that Vince McMahon stepped down just to write the script that we're watching right now.
Huh.
It is so WWE. Everything about
It
it.
is.
It's like, whoa, this isn't even like Days of Our Lives.
Yeah.
Like this isn't even General Hospital. This is like WWE storyline.
Oh, this is like childhood's end storyline.
I don't
But
know.
like
It does.
Michelle Obama even recently did some speech and was talking about surrogacy and all that. And she said that she had her kids through IVF, but she was like advocating for surrogacy. And I was like, why is that?
Ah, cause she's a man.
I don't know.
She's a motherfucking man.
I don't think at all the Venezuelans or the Mexicans or any of that is at all when it's an infiltration that's happening to us. I feel like it's at a university and corporate level.
Mm,
Yeah.
I feel like it's not happening even when Trump's like, they don't send us the best ones, they're not sending us the good ones. I don't think it's Venezuela. I don't think it has anything to do with a border wall.
Mm,
I think it has something to do with loopholes in our legal immigration system. I
mm,
don't think it's our illegal. I think it's these kind of weird, like indentured servitudes. Like you can find speeches of him now talking about those H-1B blah blah blah, where he's like, my company shouldn't even be allowed to use these. They're pretty much indentured servitude.
mm.
And so it's just like, huh? Why
Well,
would
speaking
one
of,
be in indentured servitude unless it was like spy games?
I don't know. Maybe something's happening in the South that we don't really know. Because from what I see, El Salvador, I believe it is, their economy is drastically changing. Their crime and gang rate went so low. You weren't even like once it went dark, you weren't even allowed on the streets. That's how dangerous it was. Now, if you see El Salvador, this is what leadership means. It's totally changed economically, crime, just everything all around. It's just unbelievable the changes that's going on in El Salvador.
I might be wrong, but I think they have the biggest prison in the world.
Do
Like
they?
I think they
Ooh.
actually, that was one of the big, huge things is because a lot of the gang, when we did a huge deportation before in the Trump presidency, it was all of those gang members. And so they had to build an establishment that was big enough to hold them. And I think it's like the biggest prison in the world. I might be,
Yeah.
maybe it's Venezuela, but I think it's
He-
Ecuador.
He ejected about all the one percenters out of the politics and all the high seats in office. He ejected most of them and replaced everybody or the majority.
Oh,
So
wait, that's the Turkish one, the 9 biggest prisons in the world. What is this? Maybe it's new. I mean, go on. Sorry.
no, that's all I know. I was just like, wow, El Salvador, good going.
Oh yeah, it's definitely El Salvador. It's this shit here. This is why. It's this shit.
Uh-huh.
And they're all gang members.
Uh-huh.
And they're
And vicious ones.
like, oh, godless. Like they believe like they are.
They will gut you open and laugh without any remorse.
That's like got the Gog Magog feel.
Yeah, doesn't it?
It really does.
Let me see. Let me go back on this one where there's more images.
It doesn't even look real.
Yeah, look at them.
Why do they look like Avatar: The Last Airbender in that one with the blue on their? Oh, I guess they're just tattoos, prison tats.
Hmm.
They're not. They're gang tats.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I mean, hey.
But it's like, imagine if like the amount of crime that the rest of the world saw from this group of people, imagine El Salvador, if it all stemmed from there originally, and the people of El Salvador are just now having their country back. It's a big deal.
It really is. It really is. They were celebrating the other night. All families on the street, clean, looks nice. They never, and I don't think they've had any memory of actually doing a parade in their towns ever, of how dangerous it was, especially at night. And I was like, wow, this is actually something amazing the world is experiencing. There's a lot of darkness, but I think a lot of it is going to end up being for the good, y'all. I don't know why I have that feeling in me. Regardless of all this scary talk about tech and AI and all of this, I really think some greatness is about to happen to all of us. It's going to get ugly first before it gets good, but a collapse needs to happen, and it will. And we'll all be prepared. And it's going to be a minor one. It's not going to be like, oh my God, the world's going to fucking end. But I think it's going to be good. I really do.
I don't really have any fear about anything. I feel okay.
Yeah.
I know I was going to ask Abbie because somebody said I have 3,018 subs on this is on the YouTube, and I should look up Revelations 3:18, John 3:18, and Proverbs 3:18. And I was gonna ask, like, John 3:16, what's John 3:18? I was like, Abbie.
Well, I don't know them off the top of my head like that, but
What
like
is
I
it?
can usually tell you what book something's in.
John
Well, it's
3:18.
God so loved the world, he gave his only begotten Son, and who shall believeth in him shall not perish but have everlasting life, is John 3:16. But I don't know how far that goes into John 3:18 and what
Whoever
that would.
believes in him is not condemned, but whoever does not believe is condemned already because he has not believed in the name of the only Son of God.
So the next part. Yeah, I was like, I knew it didn't go. I mean, I knew what I was saying was bleeding into it, no pun intended. But I don't know what Revelations 3:18 is, and I don't know what was the other one. And I'm always ready to learn something. Proverbs
Proverbs
3:18,
Proverbs are
which
like
Proverbs, yeah, I
the
like
wise.
Proverbs.
I love Proverbs. She is a tree of life to those who lay hold of her.
Look at proverbs instead of pronouns.
Yeah. Those who hold her fast are called blessed.
And what about Revelation? Revelation of the Method 3:18.
The Quran says there is no God but He, the exalted in power, the wise.
And
That
is
was
that just 3:18 in the Quran? It just does it like that. It doesn't do it by books of or names or anything.
They have each chapter. I could go
Is
by
it
each
there?
chapter, but
Oh, okay. You were like, I could go by each chapter, but we'd be here all day.
this is chapter 3, verse 18.
Oh, okay.
Uh-huh.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's a cool way to look at it.
I counsel you to buy from me gold refined by fire, so that you may be rich, and white garments, so that you may clothe yourselves, and the shame of your nakedness may not be seen, and salve to anoint your eyes, so that you may see.
I wonder what.
Not vitamin K from the hospital, but this isn't a show for medical advice.
There is a herb called eyebright.
Really?
Yeah, and it's.
I wonder if
free.
there would be a salve you'd make out of like frankincense and myrrh. Because I think it together, if you take it, it's a super anti-inflammatory. So I
You
wonder
can
if
get rid of skin cancer spots and everything with frankincense and myrrh.
So I wonder
Like
if
your
instead
oil.
of putting vitamin K in a baby's eyes, I wonder if there was some kind of salve, or even for a woman when she was healing, like most, shit happens. Like I wonder if there was some kind of salve for that. And I wonder if gold, if there's some kind of harmonics or something in it. Like if if Magi brought those gifts, what would it? So tomorrow too. So 5 golden rings. And then so we have is it swans a swimming?
6 geese a laying.
6 geese a laying tomorrow. Yeah. So that's the
Eggs.
Eat your eggs for
Ooh,
breakfast.
I wonder if we're gonna have eggs for crypto tomorrow.
6
You know what
geese
eggs means?
7 swans a swimming, 8 ladies dancing, 9
No,
lords a
8 maids a
leaping,
milking,
maids a milking.
and then 9 ladies dancing.
Isn't that so weird? The maids of milking are just like, what are they even doing here at the party?
And
Go back to
milking
work.
what?
Cows.
Well, you can
Well,
milk
Milkmaids.
that's
many
what you
animals.
assume.
Yeah, cows. You can milk lamb.
You can milk tits of
Yep.
all sorts.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
And we
maids
have
of
that
milking.
colostrum. We have that colostrum in the breast milk.
Oh my
That
gosh, what
comes
about if
from
it
your
starts
brain.
with Jimmy Carter and then it's like Joe Biden, Klaus Schwab, or
Klaus.
like George
Klaus.
Soros? Like, what about if it's like, oh my gosh,
Well,
King Charles?
I saw this.
That's a little too big for 2024. That's 2025.
I
I'm
guess
killing King
each.
Charles in 2025 with my magic. FBI. See how I'm looking at you right in the eyes, FBI, CIA? Don't come at me, bro. It's going to be with my magic. Same way I took out the
Period.
queen. Oh, shit. It's
But I
easy.
was-
It's not a high magic when you take out an oldie like Jimmy Carter.
So 23 fucking birds in the first 4 days is a red flag. Agreed.
Yeah.
Look at Mer. What were you going to say, Layla?
The Klaus, the whole
Colostrum?
clause, yeah, colostrum, the whole idea of like Santa Claus or the Saint Claus or the colostrum, it comes from your brain and it goes down and you're supposed to meditate and it's supposed to go up back into the God realm, back into the Klaus. So it's like that whole the Klaus is what goes into the breast and is actually I forgot what it's called, what he was explaining it as, but it's the stuff that comes down this time of year. And it's like a life source for people. It regenerates your life source. So during this time of year, that's when it happens once a year that the classroom produces in everybody and it just cycles back up. So it's like the whole chimney idea going down and up.
And it's your pre-milk too. It's like it's what
Mhm.
you like when you first breastfeed. It's the most important thing to breastfeed to a baby. So if you decide not to breastfeed, even if you just give them like the breast milk, which is colostrum, the first couple of
Mhm.
days, like it does so much for their brain development. So it's
Mhm.
important to give them that. And even if you pump it and give it to them and then you bottle feed, it's fine. But
Yeah.
colostrum is like, and it's also you can okay, not to give medical advice, but you can get colostrum supplements. This comes from cows and stuff, but it's actually really good for your gut if you have gut issues.
Huh. Interesting. And apparently you can heal a lot of things with breast milk.
Yeah. Oh, you can put breast milk on anything.
Yeah. If you can't see very well, just let your woman spray some fucking breast milk into your eyes. Just sit there and watch all that pus come out of you. It's serious shit. All
You do it
this
with your
like
baby.
yeah.
Layla, everything's fuzzy.
Uh-huh. But
Let
not
that pus
vaginas though.
just come out of you.
Vaginas ain't pussy. That's the wrong fucking name, man. Pussy.
Oh
Fucking
my
wild.
gosh. I don't mind it. It meant rabbit or hare. And so then you
Mm-hmm.
think like a hare, like a little hare, like a wild hare, like, oh, a little rabbit, a little
Well,
pussy.
doesn't a part of your brain that's connected to your spine look like a fucking bunny rabbit? I made a post about it the other day and I shared it, and it literally a fucking bunny rabbit in your head. And you don't even realize it. It looks exactly like it. And I'm like, oh, is this the fucking white rabbit that they're talking about? That we're like constantly chasing? And we're always like constantly chasing like the mind, our mind, what our mind tells us what to do.
It probably has something to do with like our perception of time or something too. So that's probably why the white rabbit's always chasing like I'm late.
Let me
I'm
let
late.
me pull it up.
Well, don't you think it's interesting? Like, so we have this big ritual in New York City where the Rockefellers actually light a Christmas tree in Times Square. So it's like we're always getting Times Square references, which is just letting us know it's Kronos Square.
Mm.
Like it's Saturn
Yeah.
Square. So then it's like Saturn Square, another
A
representation of
cube.
Saturn Square would be a black cube, maybe in the middle of Mecca. And
Yeah.
another, it's like, so they are, and then to show us Saturn Square, they actually took the World Trade Centers down and then put a black cube into the ground.
Yeah, the
So
reflecting pool or
it's,
whatever.
yeah, it's just curious to me, like that it does seem,
Saturnalia is all over New York City.
yeah, totally. And even it's like under the guise of this Christmas thing with parades, but Times Square is,
Oh man, this fucking blue screen, green screen bullshit. Hold on. Let's see. Do you see it? There you go. It looks like a fucking bunny rabbit.
Oh yeah. You need to change your settings because you can change your settings to where like the
it
for
kind of
green
looks
screen.
like Donnie Darko rabbit a little
Mm-hmm.
bit.
And I'm like, oh my god, this is interesting.
Oh, look it.
It's funny Brittany said Donnie Darko.
Yeah,
Yeah.
totally. That's what kind of bunny rabbit it looks like. Donnie Darko is a weird fucking movie.
It tripped me out the last time I watched it because then when I had that like out of body experience with the sleep paralysis, I was connected from a fucking silver cord from my forehead, just like that.
You know
Like
what
how he does
movie?
that trail thing with it the whole time.
Well, it's also interesting to think like somewhere in his parallel timeline, it had to happen like the lives that are saved. It's like a weird, it's like depression mixed with a parallel timeline where he actually does save lives by this having to happen
Yeah.
in the way that it happens. And it's such like a
Mind fuck.
yeah, it really is. Every time I watch it, I'm really just blown away. It's one of those movies that I just really think it's smart. I think it's well done.
Mm.
It's
You
thought
know,
about, detailed.
I kind of want to watch this new movie that came out, Nosferatu, this new
Oh
vampire.
yeah,
I want to watch it. People are saying it's fucking freaky as hell, but
because it's the
they're
old
saying it's
vampire.
it's really, really fucking good. So,
Nosferatu is the original vampire movie, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And then
yeah.
Yeah, the
so
very
now it's like
original.
it looks like it's gonna be great because like some of the older I don't know if you guys ever watched Waxworks back like 80s or early 90s. It
I
was
don't
so
think I have.
fucking creepy. But like one of the scenes was like this vampire scene, like the wax people would come to life. And
Why does that sound
like the
familiar?
virgins of it all, like sucking virgin blood and all that. But it was so fucking creepy.
That
So
sounds
I feel like
familiar.
the Nosferatu of it all would be like I would watch the remake for sure.
Some women actually cried at the end of the movie. I'm like, why are they crying? I thought it was supposed to be scary. Apparently, there's something to it that I have to go watch.
Well, you gotta romanticize it, right?
Yeah, but I'm so
I'm
iffy
in.
about watching shit like this, but I kind of want to see it. I
I'm
love
into all
vampire
Me too.
the
movies.
it's like the same, like, I tell everyone when they're like, "Oh, I don't know what to watch," and I'm like, "Have you seen Hereditary? Have you seen Midsummer? Have you seen The Witch?" Watch those in any 3 order you wanna watch them. And I just think, like, those are a layer that everybody needs in there. That's so
Nosferatu.
terrifying.
Feratu means to be choked. Nosferatu.
Maybe a
Nosferatu.
neck. I feel like I wonder if it's neck biter.
You guys should watch Ravenous. That's an older movie too, but it was so fucking good because my kids are playing this game where there's Wendigos in it, and it's like
What's a
Ravenous is
Wendigo?
Wendigo is like a person who has consumed human flesh, and so then they crave it, so they become kind of like a monster. Like they be whatever animal that you like. You know, the Bible tells you not to drink a human's lifeblood, and like or an animal's lifeblood. Like that's the one thing in the New Testament that you're not allowed to eat is blood, and it calls it its life's blood. And so the idea of the Wendigo is that they drink the blood of whatever animal or they eat the flesh and they take on, so if it's a deer and you drink a deer blood, then you might run fast like a deer, or you know what I'm saying? So you take on qualities of whatever you
Should I not be eating so much raw meat, or should I be
well, that's I mean,
Huh,
salt usually kind of removes the excess blood. So
okay. What about fish? Like, but that's interesting because you even think of, like, what a super athlete a fish might be,
yeah.
like a swordfish or something, like, think of those things. Huh,
Yeah.
Wendigo. I've actually had an animal once that tasted blood, and I saw it change, and it never came I mean, it was a dog, I had it for its
Yeah.
whole life, but it was not a sweet dog anymore.
Mm,
It's like something aggressive changed in its brain. I thought it was all a old wives' tale, but I'm like, something happened to this dog.
yeah, going the
Wendigo.
raw meat, route. It does something to dogs. I don't know
Raw
what it
meat.
is. Yeah,
I love it. I
raw.
don't know what it is. Yeah, and it's getting,
I
like,
like it too much.
obsessive.
I don't.
Like,
I
it's
don't.
like, most of my meals, I would prefer I could just go with the smallest amount of I just need a device to get it into my mouth. But even, like, raw egg and the raw it's like steak tartare, I'm eating it all the time.
I don't
I
like
can't get
steak
enough of it.
tartare too much. I like
I can't
tuna
get enough of
tartare.
it. I like tuna tartare too. Not
Just
as
never
much.
had anything tartare. Like I've
Sushi
had
sashimi.
ceviche, but that's technically cooked, even though it's not cooked with heat.
Yeah, it is cooked.
Hmm.
But I don't know. I can't get enough of it. And so when you're like, "Oh," and I'm like, "Uh-oh. Am I a Wendigo?"
It's probably better for you, honestly, eating it raw. Who knows?
I'm
I don't
craving
know
it,
this.
so I'm like, it's
Yeah.
fine. If my body usually craves
Why
things, I
not?
let it
Fuck
uh-oh.
it.
Am I a Wendigo?
Chaney?
You know what? I had a thing that I heard, that people that were under in surgeries, they were getting jibby jabbed.
No.
Yes. I would be so horrified. But
I'm sure that was happening
Get
like
the
when
fuck out.
because the
yeah,
hospital
isn't
got
that
paid for however
yeah, because
many
they
people
got
did it.
paid. So if they just put it in you, then they got paid for you
They don't know.
regardless.
Yeah.
I wonder if they gave me something when I went and they said it was something else and they gave me the fucking jab. I wonder because that one that I remember fucking hurt that one time.
Yeah, you never know. And then you're like, oh, what have my ailments been since then? Oh, Minnie Mouse. It's like our handlers knew Layla was about to say some shit to get us pulled
Yeah.
down. Sometimes our handlers, I like to because I just think can't there be people looking out for you?
Yeah, absolutely.
So
The
like
secret society of good guys.
yeah, so I'm always like, I hope I make my handler laugh sometimes.
It is so annoying that this fucking happens.
It's so wild.
Mm-hmm.
It's so
I don't know
crazy.
why. I'm not even touching the wire. I'm touching the handle.
So what else is going on? We have 3 Kings Day, 3 Magi's Day coming up, which is the day it's Epiphany, right? Also?
Epiphany. Yep.
Mhm. I think, yeah. And New Year's is coming on Tuesday, Wednesday, right? It's the new year
It is
You
the
guys
new
doing anything?
year. I
in the
will be
Gregorian
working.
calendar.
I'm working, but I'm not working a rave.
Mm,
I'm just
That's good.
gonna work a
I'm working
normal
too.
dinner shift. So it'll be a nice, easy night. And then I was like, who knows what'll be happening? I wonder if somebody out there will be doing a New Year's show.
Mm,
Because we've done one. We did the ball drop with the bull.
yeah,
Yep.
that was fun.
Yeah, who knows? We could probably do something again, but I don't know. It's like I don't know what's going on in the world. It seems like we're just on the verge of something. Like some shit is going down regardless. It's not even a political thing. It's not a Hollywood thing. It's like in a way where you're like, all the elite could be in a cavern somewhere and a comet's coming toward us. That's what I feel like. It doesn't matter what it is. Whatever the comet is, there's nowhere to hide. It's an energetic comet. It feels like in a like the nothing can stop what's coming thing, it feels like energetically something's coming. Like it
It
feels like the
does.
Leviathan's waking up or Godzilla like is cutting through the ocean. It's like energetically something's in the air, but I'm not scared of it. I have no fear. It just feels like, oof, this movie could get hella interesting. Like even more than now. Oh, you think you're entertained with drones? This is nothing yet.
Yeah. So with that said, if the crowd is running that way, you run that way, or don't run at all. Just stay where you are.
The drones can only see your heat. That is all they can see. They can't see you. They can only see your heat, especially if they're flying at night.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the whole thing where they're like, oh, if they're just looking for gas, the drones are good guys, which I think is so funny that Donald Trump is like, shoot them out of the sky. And Joe Rogan had to release a video that said, oh, they're just looking for gas. It's like that's the way things work. People are always waiting for it to come from the news. But it's
Gas.
Oh
like,
yeah.
But gas isn't even gas today, bro. Like I was at the gas station the other day and I just purposely like just touched the gas just so I could fucking smell it. I'm like, where's that fucking gas smell that always made me nauseous, but I love so much at the same fucking time? No, not gas. Whatever the fuck this is, it's like refined plastic or some kind of other fucking liquid because
Ethanol.
it's definitely ethanol. They'll say it's ethanol. It is something. It is not fucking gas. I will tell you that. 8% ethanol. No. There's not even a hint of that smell.
I feel
Not even
like
a hint
it
of it.
smells more when it's hot too, though. Like when the vapors
I
are.
don't remember the last time I fucking smelled the smell of gas at a gas station.
I don't either, but I feel like my smell never came back all the way after I got sick in 2020 with not the COVID, just got sick.
Nah, dude, I'm telling you, that shit, I smell my nose, I smell everything. I fucking smell everything. I went to many gas stations throughout the states, East Coast, Mid Coast, down to Florida. I mean, I do not smell it anymore. Anywhere.
I haven't smelled it for a long time.
Yeah. And it used to be fucking legit gas. Now it's ass. Not gas, but ass. I don't know what happened there. But then I was watching that he's this unique character who lives like he's still in the 1920s. Okay. Dr. Peterson or Picketson, I forgot what his name is, but he's like this weird mad scientist, but he's like clever. And he made his own fucking fuel by using plastic. So he made fuel out of plastic. And I'm like wondering, maybe this is what they're doing is they're recycling, but usually, but I think they're just taking plastic and making fuel out of that type of gas. Timu gas. I like that. 3 eyes.
Oh, no, that's funny.
As. It's very odd.
I know. Now that you mention it, I don't remember smelling gasoline at the gas pump anymore. And I have another friend who I would say she probably has VADES, jibby jabby autoimmune disorder. I think something's like next level going on with her, and her sense
Who?
of smell. It's a different friend of mine who is like whatever. She got the first one, and then her health fucking deteriorated like crazy. And I think that but she has a heightened sense of smell about everything, where everything is almost disgusting smelling to her. Like a difference than everybody that got just the vid.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, huh, that's interesting. Because to me, it'd always be easier to put us inside goggles and like in hyper sleep if we can't taste. It's easier to convince you in a dream you're eating. If like nothing tastes like anything, nothing smells like anything. Here's a flower inside AI. They can't reproduce the smell of a flower, but if you can't smell.
Is that what they're trying to do? Like get rid of our fucking sense of smell because maybe they found out that that's actually the most powerful out of all the senses? Because I believe sense of smell is very powerful. It connects to texture, taste, I don't
time. They say, I think that it'll bring you back to a memory the quickest.
Yeah.
A smell.
So when I smell in a dream, usually like I smelled the rain in a dream, and the rain in the desert smells a hell of a lot. Like I don't smell the rain here, but the rain in the desert smells so fucking good. So like people ask all the time, like, do you smell in a dream? Yeah, like I freaking cried in this dream because I could smell home. I could smell the rain.
Home. Everything has a smell to it. Not everything, but like almost everything does have a smell to it. So
you know what your grandma smells like.
Yeah.
Like, you
Everyone
know what?
has a signature.
Yeah. Like you know what your sister smells like.
Maybe that's it. That because they say it's a signature smell. What if that's like the truth behind everything? The signature, the scent.
Pheromones.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you're disgusted by the way your partner smells, that ain't your partner.
Mm-hmm.
But it probably means you eat different foods. It
Mm-hmm.
probably means you're from a different part of the planet. Your consumption of alcohol is not the same. So it's like curious that you already don't have a lot in common if you're smelling them like deep and you're like, I'm not into this.
Or then you have that one, you're like, oh my God, can I shove my face in your armpit?
Well, those are people that I'm like, that is your body saying your genes and their genes would make a perfect baby for the tribe.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
See, I also wonder sometimes, like morning sickness, if that's because because I've had severe morning sickness, and then I've had like to where it was just nausea. But I wonder if that's almost like
Body
your genes don't
rejecting.
mix well. Yeah.
Mm.
I wonder that too sometimes
It's my
because
first
sometimes I
pregnancy,
know.
I was sick for like 5 months straight. I couldn't keep anything down. I lost 13 pounds in my first 5 months. Like,
Damn.
that's how sick I was.
Same. It's like the ladies I know that have had the craziest morning sickness. Their pregnancy was like a pregnancy that it's like if we were in a village 1,000 years ago, we might. But I'm like, this is going to be hard. Like it's going to be hard for the village to pull this, but
Yeah.
we're gonna do it. But we're gonna. But it was almost like the morning sickness was like letting you know,
Yeah,
like you almost
exactly.
had a storm a brewing.
Yep. Maybe you shouldn't have done that. Not because of the kid, but,
Let's see. Let's see what Summer, and I'm going to read it. At least you guys don't have to smell people that you watch on TV. Like I can't watch Braveheart. This is really Summer. I will tell you guys. This is a real life Summer thing. So it will be one of the first reasons we became friends is because I'm like, Summer, I've never watched The Lord of the Rings. She's like, oh, me neither. You know it smells hobbits. I can smell them through the screen. Chaney, right now, she's like, Chaney, thank you. Thank you for saying it because they stink. And everybody knows moist, wet, little dirty, hairy hobbit feet.
That don't take showers and just. Ugh.
Yeah, this is what I remember my sister always saying. Like, all the girls thought Brad Pitt was so hot. And Legends of the Fall, everybody's like Tristan, which is so weird because that's Brittany's uncle. That's the picture she always puts up. Brad Pitt from Legends of the Fall, Tristan. But every girl and my sister's like, oh, I think he looks like he stinks.
Yeah.
And that's always just so funny that it's like certain, like she's like, oh, he's never been clean enough for me, Brad Pitt. It's never turned me on. I'm like, huh, I'm so curious.
It's
Brittany
crazy
Summer
how.
is probably in the Secret Society of Good Guys chat. That's probably why you can't see her comments.
Or she's probably on X.
Yeah.
Who knows
Something
where
else.
she's coming? Or she's just magically
YouTube.
on one of her phones from the
Yeah.
future,
Yeah.
A
making
magic
her
phone.
AI send it
Mhm.
to us. She's like, I wasn't even in your chat tonight. What are you talking about? That was not me. It was an imposter.
I'm gonna go heat up food. I'll be right back.
Okay. I know. I should send
Okay.
Summer a link.
Yeah, hop on in.
If she wants to. Summer, if you want a link, put some magical emoji inside the chat. And I think Becky Brittany Pickle Spears should come hang out some night too.
Yeah, she should.
It's open for you, just so you know. If you ever want to do that thing. It would be fun.
Like, why the
So,
fuck not?
yeah, I don't know where Summer's at, so she'll have to write in here if she wants to. She'll watch this part tomorrow. She'll be like, I didn't know you wanted me in. But
What else has been going on? I've been so out of the loop lately.
I know, me too. I felt like my job of like I was just like on the edge of everything for so many years that I feel like I've had a little bit of time off mentally.
Magic phone 15.
Okay.
Yep, Magic phone 15.
Let me send it to Magic Phone 15.
Nice.
Copy. And then Dido dado dado dido.
My boss came for brunch today with a couple of our customers, which was nice. Appreciate that. They love the food, which is great.
That's fantastic.
Yeah. I was like, oh, wow, this means a lot, for your boss to like support your business. Like, that's much love, much respect.
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
He needs to.
Yeah. I
His
appreciate
son
that.
needs to go and support your business too.
Uh-huh. They all do. And his nephews. They'll come out eventually. All in due time.
Dude, I can't get this one item of food. It is a gorgonzola steak, like Wagyu steak with gorgonzola egg roll. It with like a hoisin dipping sauce, maybe. Dude, it seems so easy, and I just can't stop thinking about it. It just seems
Sounds
like
good.
drop a few in the fryer, 5 minutes, take them out, cut them in half, plate them, done. It seems like such like even in my kitchen brain, like just I'm like everything should be in an egg roll. So easy.
Everything.
And
Everything.
ravioli shells. It's so easy to take all the Asian noodles and make ravioli out of them and then drop those in the fryer. And then you
Mhm.
can just cut those. I think about little weird fast stuff that I know you'll put all different flavor palettes together. But I just know from my restaurant brain that I'm like, what little weird apps could I give Layla for her to fly it out of her kitchen? Because sometimes once you have apps on the table, you're like, oh, get those tickets out of my way. Now I can breathe for a minute. I know those people
Yeah.
are eating. Now it's mealtime.
Well, it's all apps, thank God. It's not
Oh
like
yeah, you're
meals.
doing
Yeah.
like tapas.
Tapas.
Yeah.
So
So
we
even
want
that, just
easy.
add to different
Brap,
tapas if
brap,
you had
brap,
different
brap.
wines. Yeah,
Mhm.
I like that's finger foods. And this is my other weird idea, you guys. And tell me, this is for the chat. Tell me if it's a dumb idea. And I know it's normal. I know everyone's doing this kind of thing, but this is my name of it. I know I'm putting it out there. And if somebody starts it, so be it. When you're sitting on your yacht one day, send me some Bitcoin or something.
Send
But
Bitcoin too.
you know how like everybody with their charcuterie businesses? But people, honestly, I've seen some of y'all's charcuterie plates and they are airline charcuterie. Y'all don't know what you're up to. And
Yeah.
so I just feel like I want to do like a food cart called Dixie Cootery, but spell cooter COOTER.
With
And
dicks.
then Jules and I will have like the Dixie flag on our aprons. And then it'll just be like, hey y'all, welcome to Dixie Cootery. And we'll
Oh,
just
I would have
already have
spelt it like Dixie, like with dicks and cooter, you know?
Yeah, but it just because in the South it's like all cooter, like it's just like, hey cooter. But anyway, Dixie charcuterie would be my, or Dixie cootery would be my food cart. And I would
Dope.
have pre-made so you could just come and it'd be like jams and whatever. Big up yourself.
Is she here?
Yeah.
Hey.
Hello?
Brah,
Okay.
brah,
Brap, brap, brap.
brah, brah,
What's
brah, brah.
going? Oh my God,
What?
Jimmy Carter. Oh God, 2 days to spare. It was like he was trying to Betty White us, right? Like wait till New Year's Eve to fucking croak. Sorry.
That is wild. I mean, we all
I want
expected
Nikki
it.
Noble to come hang out sometimes too. That's one cosmic love. Shout out to Nikki Noble. I
What
want her
up?
to
What
come
up?
hang out with us on some Sunday night. She's so awesome. So
I'm down
anyway,
with that.
Summer, what is going on? You know what I've been waiting for? I've heard so many different chat rooms. We did kind of a really lazy version of one on Friday, but I've been wondering like, what are Summer's predictions for 2025? It's really all I've
Ooh,
cared about.
My
let's hear
goodness.
it.
No, I'm
Like,
not even. I'm not there yet. Like I can't. Like I'm almost there. I don't know
At least one.
what do we want to happen? That's the thing. It's like how do we handcraft the simulation? We have to be very mindful, you know, like what we speak when we're together. Like, oh yeah, brace for this one.
I feel like a bombshell with Britney is gonna happen though. Like something huge with Britney Spears for sure. Like some kind of big news, or she's gonna like let some tea out, and everyone's gonna be like something about Britney.
well, do you
Well,
think it's a
remember.
big
Oh,
oh, go on,
sorry.
Summer.
No, but you see how she just saw her son for the first time in
That's
2
what I was gonna-
years. You saw that post.
Yeah.
Because I remember that write-up thing that we did on the back end when I was like, it's linked to her son. When she sees her son, it's a marker. Sorry, guys.
It's a what?
A marker. It's a sign that something is like a timestamp. It's a
Okay.
future proofs past thing. I don't know. It's a sign in my world. But
Huh.
I don't know what is going to happen.
I don't know either. I knew when Brittany was gonna, or I knew Jimmy Carter. I'm like, yep, before the end of the year. The Jimmy Carter spell's done. He voted for Kamala and now he's dead. And so I'm like, huh, is this letting the whole entire Kamala cabinet know something? Like, it just feels like a big fat calm to me because they waited for today to do it when we all know he's been dead.
Been dead. Like, yeah, maybe they ran out of ice. But you know what? It's or dry ice. But you know what's fascinating? Oh my god. Oh, Buzz Aldrin, guys. That's what I want on the timeline. The whole moon landing thing. Because he keeps coming up in my algorithm talking about, oh, what was the weirdest
Becky
part?
Brittany
Well, the
Pickle
fact we
Spears
didn't
says
go.
Jimmy Carter dying, and he's the 39th president, and he died 39 days before Joe Biden's birthday. And we were just talking about how Joe Biden is the one giving the eulogy at Jimmy Carter's funeral. So look
Are you
at
gonna
this
get envelopes?
ritual.
Okay, do we get
That's
a
what
spider
state
or a
funeral.
fly? We need something at that funeral.
And this should be said too. Did Jimmy Carter die, or is he just shrinking until he eventually vanishes? Because remember that picture of Jimmy Carter by Joe Biden? Joe Biden's on his knee. I'm gonna pull it up right now. Hold on.
That's
The
fucking hilarious.
Bidens and the
Yo, our chat has
Carters.
jokes tonight. I fucking love it. I mean, they always do, but like tonight is extra.
Oh my gosh, this is my favorite. This is one of my favorite pictures, though. Really, in general, that I'm like, y'all.
That one and the one with the who are the two presidents that look like midgets? That one. Is it
That's what I'm pulling up.
That's
Summer.
this one. Okay, I knew it. Okay, sorry, my head did.
Look at
something weird.
this.
Yep, that's it.
Y'all.
Yo.
Just this is Jill
Yo.
Biden. She's not a tall woman.
Those are dummies or something.
That's even midget furniture, though. Come on now.
That is E.T. by Joe Biden.
Those are Lilliputians,
Yo,
bro.
that's
This
so
is some Gulliver
wild.
shit.
I feel like Rosalind Carter was hiding in stuffed animals by Drew Barrymore.
How did they approve this picture? Like without action? Did they actually look at this and
I feel like Rosalind Carter was in the basket on the front of a bike.
Yeah. Like
being
a
ridden by
doll.
Happy Rockefeller. Have you seen her hands? His hands? What?
I feel like Rosalind Carter's right hand lights up and heals people.
Oh
You know
my
what they
God,
remind me
I
of? You know those stuffed wrestlers that they had back in the day where they were like pillows? That was the size.
Yeah, where
That's
you
what they looked
wrestled
like.
them.
Yeah, that.
That's so funny. What were those things
Yeah.
called? Those were awesome.
Yeah, I forgot what they were called, but that
They
was the
probably-
best era of wrestling in my point of
There
view.
was just this era of toys that they wanted us to jump off things and beat the shit out of them.
Yeah. I remember I had
That was early 90s,
Sting.
mid 90s.
Sting was my favorite with the white face.
When he looked like the Crow.
The Crow, yeah. I love that. That was my favorite.
That is
Anyway.
so funny. That's been another hot meta thing is old toys from the 80s and 90s. Have you noticed that? Like,
Yeah.
it's so crazy because one of the hot toys that's running, Slinky, like it's like those kind of like
I'm-
moon shoes.
I miss having the reality of a kid.
Skip It. Oh God, I loved my Skip It.
Skip
guys
It
have-
seems like you
Pogo
could
balls were the
murder
shit,
somebody
though.
with
Fucking
Skip
Give 'em
It
Pogo
was
balls.
if you trained with a Skip It, you
Fucking
could take
hurt.
down an army. Like, do you know what a Skip It is, you guys?
Yeah, that was a fucking weapon,
Yeah, they even
man.
had the
My
count-
ankles
the-
ate it.
The counter on them.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that Skip It gave you your first OCD.
Skip it. Skip it. I forgot.
Did you
how
guys
it
ever have a
went.
pogo ball though? Did you ever try those? Those are so fun. They look like Saturn.
Yes,
Oh yeah, that too.
I literally last night took and was making a GIF, like a something with a pogo ball and with moon shoes. Like last night, I was like, I'm gonna mess around with this, but I was just pulling and like these are the two toys that were my favorite toys. Moon shoes had to go away because people were getting broken ankles.
Yeah.
So pogo ball was the superior of the two toys. Moon shoes were too much. We were doing a lot.
You guys remember the Lego? They kind of looked like Lego rollerblades. They're made of plastic. They're like Lego ones. I forgot they were called.
Were
You
they
had to-
Lego or
kind of
Fisher
attached to your Fisher Price, I think. Yeah, Fisher Price, and you wore them over your sneakers.
Oh yeah, with the Velcro
They were
straps.
plastic.
Yeah, I remember that.
And you could
shit.
extend
Holy
them and
fuck.
stretch them in the middle, like
Yes!
that thing at the shoe shop that like measures your foot. It had that
Yeah.
in
Oh
the
my
middle.
God,
so you
yes!
could like wear it, and your sister could wear
And
it.
snap it into your
And
size.
everybody that ever skated with those on had a weird walk.
Yeah. Ow, ow.
They like didn't skate. They walked with their legs going out to the side. They didn't technically skate on those little plastic things. They just did a thing.
Yeah.
Well,
I
in
wish
Jamaica
Heelys were our
roads, you can't
generation though, because
skate.
Heelys look so cool.
They have adult Heelys.
Oh,
I've
they do.
looked
You
this
can get
I've had
up.
'em.
Heelys.
Yeah. I'm just saying, like, that wasn't my generation in school, or I would have had them. I know I would have.
Yeah, you guys
That
look
was
have
like
always
all
Heelys
three of
now.
you look like Healy people. Not me. I'm far
I
too
was
clumsy.
Heelys
Heely,
are
hacky
not
sack,
cool anymore, though.
the hacky sack. Did any of y'all play hacky sack?
No, I judged
Oh,
though.
I loved it.
I'd
It was
break my
so much
leg.
fun. I played hacky sack, handball, all the sports, man. I played whatever was in. Yo-yos. I was great at yo-yos when the yo-yo era was in. Remember that? And then the pocket pets.
What were those Tamagotchis?
Yeah, Tamagotchis. Oh my God, we would lived in the best fucking era, man. Oh, I'm so happy I was born when I was born, for real.
It was
I
fun
think
time.
Tamagotchis were like the first spy on us. Or like, oh, Teddy Ruxpins, bro. And the Mother Goose toy that used to play those. Oh, she was terrifying. Did you have Teddy
So-
Ruxpin, Chain?
Yeah, I just think it's so crazy though, because all of this stuff, it was like these are all Santa toys. These are all big commercials that would come around at Christmas time to like all. It's almost like the ghost of all these toys is existent right now too.
Yeah.
Like all these things you mentioned might probably was something you got at Christmas time. And there'd be commercials pressed into your brain leading up to it that you're like, Mom, I need to have PJ Sparkle.
And the like you could get a catalog
That
for
was me.
Toys R Us and like pick through. And like our house had the Toys R Us shopping catalog. And I just remember like every Jamaican kid's parents would come
Yep.
over and all the kids would look through it to pick out what they wanted for
You
Christmas.
just circle all the pictures.
Yeah. I mean, do they have like a number one selling toy every year? Like how Cabbage Patch and Furby and those things are?
I would
Still?
go through catalog sometimes, and in the back of the catalog, there would be like a piece of paper where if you were going to order it from that place, you could write it in there. I would sometimes add up the amount of everything I wanted. So I'd be like, well, I just need like $5,600 and this is a go.
Yeah,
like,
period.
like what a mad person.
You know what I wasn't allowed to have though? I always wanted an easy bake oven. My mom would not let me have it. She's like,
I had
they're
that.
dangerous because they use a light bulb. Like you can just bake in the oven.
I did
Plus,
want
they
like
taste
a
like crap.
like a miniature kitchen set. I didn't have that, but I had all the stuff for it. But I didn't have the actual kitchen set. I had the grocery set.
I had the little tea party set.
I had a lot as
You
a
remember
kid.
the
I was
McDonald's
fucking
one
needy.
that used like
The Mc-
Nilla wafers to make like burger buns? But in Jamaica, we never had Nilla wafers. So like I could never make the stuff that would make the McDonald's foodie ones. Did any of you guys have that one? And then you use
No, I
something
didn't
else?
have that, but I remember.
And
I
then
didn't
your
have that
snow
one.
cone machines and your own ice cream maker.
I didn't get
So-
any of those toys. I was like I got like a microscope. I got like,
I had one of those.
Garbage
Like,
pail
I-
kids.
no, like all my toys were like lessons, like learning things, but not because my parents didn't get, that's what I wanted.
Yeah.
Mm.
Like my toys were not
I
like,
wanted toys.
I got
wanted
Legos.
Barbies and Legos.
I got a
yeah.
lot of Legos every year. Like I would just want different Lego collections.
Coloring books, painting. I had a lot. But I was a whiny kid. I asked for everything. I was a princess.
I
Look
had
at our whole chat is stunned. They're
Yeah.
like, "What? Layla was a whiny kid, a little
Yeah.
princess."
Yeah.
They didn't say that.
Oh. I mean, isn't it obvious? I want it all,
funny.
motherfuckers.
I had all like hand-me-down toys because my two older sisters were like, they were 10 months apart and 10 years older than me, but I had like all their Barbies. I had tons of Legos, but they were all like the old stuff, like because they were 10 years older than me. So it's like, and then I had all of the Star Wars action figures, every single one of them. I played with the shit out of those and broke them. They would be worth so much money.
I think why my parents got me all these things is because when they were kids, they couldn't get whatever they wanted and they had the opportunity. Like they low key wanted to somehow get these things for themselves because they found it interesting too, but they got it for me as well. So like whether it's a new game system or whatever, they were fascinated as well. So they had to find a reason to buy it. Oh, we got it for you guys. But then like Nintendo, they started playing Nintendo because they thought it was fascinating. This is the beginning of, the gaming world. So I low-key think that they were trying to fulfill a childhood, I guess, trauma through me as well in that sense. So they got everything
I think a
that I
lot
wanted.
the gaming systems, I think a lot of adults secretly got the gaming systems for their children.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like where they wanted it, but they were
Mhm.
like, "Oh yeah, here, look at I
Here.
got you Super Mario, and here, Layla, I got you Super Mario and golf." You're like,
Mhm.
"What?
What?
Golf?"
Ah, yeah. I
But
remember. It's crazy. And then my mom and dad were starting to play. I'm like, what the fuck? Since when do you guys want to play video games? And we kind of let them because it was fascinating to watch them play.
did they play like Call of Duty and stuff
My
with you and your
mom,
brother?
anytime she would jump left, right, like it
Yeah,
was
you couldn't sit too close to
no,
her.
she would go the way she would go in the game. So it's fascinating to watch.
You guys just teased her.
Oh, yeah, so cute. It was most of the moms too. It was so weird. I guess they were trying to get used to the hand-eye coordination part of it that we kids seem to like catch on pretty quickly with. But yeah,
It's
I
kind of
miss being a
weird how that
kid.
controller is like innately in all of our brains.
Mhm.
Like
Yeah.
you don't have to look down. Like when you play any game, it's like instinctively you're like, okay, how do I jump? How do I
Yeah.
go forward? How do I kick? Okay, let's go. Like it's
So
like you're like your little computer brain just takes it in, and the younger you are, the quicker you get whatever language.
sometimes I feel like that in actual reality. Like I feel like I am connected to this like higher controller, and I'm not aware. I'm like aware, but not aware of it all the time. And when I am, I feel like I'm in a game. Like holy shit, I'm a fucking Sims, and something's controlling me. Like this is so weird. Like you'll just look down at your hands, or you're just like, what the fuck am I? But yeah, I have those moments. I know it sounds crazy, but
No,
art
I
isn't that
sometimes
called
am sitting with my
something?
cat on the like thinking of owning like this creature that if you have a cat and a dog and a bird and a human, you're just like, let me force all these weird creatures to live under this roof and we all eat together. Like it just feels so absurd, like clocking in and working and we're killing animals and cooking. It's just like sometimes the entirety of life feels just absurd.
Mm-hmm. Bizarre.
Yeah. Bizarro, just the normal life, even if it is exactly as they say it is. If everything that they tell us is the exact truth, think how crazy that is. I don't know.
I don't know
Boring.
either, man.
Summer, what else is happening? Magic. Summer's still there. Maybe she left. No, she might have left. She got boring. She was like, I don't want to hear about your American toys anymore.
Oh, she brought up some good ones too. I'm like, oh shit, fuck. Nostalgic as fuck.
I know. After
Mhm.
Christmas time. After Christmas time. Dee dee dee.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go out this year for New Year's Eve.
Really?
Yeah. My brother's going out, my sister, me, my entire staff, my boss. They invited me to go to the other restaurant. They're having an event. I was like, okay, after work, I'll stop by there and have a New Year's celebration with everybody.
I
Nice.
could
Yay.
totally go out on New Year's Eve. I'm single. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, why am I thinking I can't? I could
Yeah.
totally do that. But
Why
who
the-
would I go out with? Like, it's not fun when you go out alone.
I mean,
Going out on New Year's honestly isn't that fun.
It's really
I'm
not.
just
no,
saying, like even
big
Cops
cities,
are
no.
out and all that too.
it's
So yeah.
a rookie night of every single thing. Being on the road, it's a rookie night. Being in bars, it's a rookie night. It's like
And
going out to
everything you have
eat
to
the day
pay.
before Christmas.
And
Yeah.
everything you have to pay
For
$50.
shitty plastic light up
Yeah.
shit
Yeah.
It's all
that they
like,
got for free from the distributors.
mm-hmm. Yep. But this is at a restaurant, so it's actually like It's gonna be nice. So, not too many people, not a huge crowd, good music, good food. Drink a little bit. I'm off the next day, right? Yeah. So,
Riggs, are you back in Oklahoma then? He said he'd come pick me up for New Year's.
oh, nice.
I usually just try to get home. I was gonna work a rave, but I'm not. I'm just gonna
Good.
work a normal night, get home safe and early. I think I'm off the following day.
Nice.
I'm off New Year's Day, the year of the serpent. But
Oh, is that
the
where the
Chinese
year
New
we're going
Year.
in?
Yeah, but when does just Chinese New Year start? Is it on the 1st? I don't think it is.
No.
It's like March or something, isn't it? Or
Yeah, maybe they do it on the real time.
yeah.
Maybe they do it closer to the real one. But I do know the year is the year of the serpent. I don't know what serpent it is, however.
Well, there's the dragon and the serpent, right? So
Chinese.
No, we're falling out of the wooden dragon, though. I don't know if
yeah.
what
The
serpent it
monkey.
is.
Oh,
We're
Like,
going into the monkey.
is it the year of the monkey?
Yeah, financial success and networking. I
Or
told you,
2025?
baby.
monkey
Yeah.
isn't, but monkey isn't after dragon
That's
because
what it
monkey's
says.
after sheep.
Well, that's what
Because
it's saying.
I was born in the year of the sheep, and like my class was sheep and monkeys. Monkeys were always the younger ones, and it's
Weird.
every 12 years. So monkey comes after sheep.
Hold on. Wait, hold on. Wait. Chinese astrology 2025 year. Oh, year of the snake. Yes. Why the fuck did that come up? But yes, the year of the snake. I don't know why the monkey came up, yo. I'm sorry. That's what it said.
What's the update with the sugar daddy from the gym? There's no update.
Yeah, what's going on with the old guy from the gym?
I get to start over. I don't think I won't. I ain't trying to trap myself.
You ain't trying to trap yourself with an old sugar daddy yet?
No,
What about a young sugar daddy?
we could do that.
Oh shit. Do you guys have anything else any other bombs you want to drop before we skedaddle? What else is happening?
If your New Year's resolution is to get into shape and go to the gym, then go to the fucking gym. Just do it. Stop making excuses. Don't wait for motivation because motivation doesn't exist. I am not motivated to go to the gym. I just do it. Just grow some discipline.
Yeah,
That's all.
someone said today that our brains are not meant to like be in a happy state. Our brains are that wants to be in a state of homeostasis. That's why our brains decide to always like talk us out of doing things because it wants to keep our bodies in a regulated state. So that's why it's not like a learned thing. It's like your body saying, oh, you can't do it because if you go ahead and do it, you're going to be doing this, this, and this, and this. And it puts you in a state of like, oh man, do I really want to do that? You know, it's your body speaking to you saying, like, I want to be in this homeostasis state. And I'm just like, what the fuck? So, like, all these studies show that your body would rather keep its energy than rather give its energy.
Well, that's why we don't like change because change is uncomfortable.
It's
Growth
fucking
is
weird.
uncomfortable.
I'm like,
It's easier to like just be in your normal than it is to push yourself in any direction to grow.
yeah, fucking fascinating. I gotta post that video. It blew my mind.
Yeah,
I'm
it was
like,
good.
yeah,
What is it though? Comfort is the enemy of progress.
Yeah, something like that, and it's true.
progress in what?
In anything.
Yeah, because really without catalyst, without like it doesn't even have to be the bad things. Without hard things, you're not gonna progress or grow. Like
That's true. But that's how
just get
everything
stagnant
moves.
in
Inertia.
comfort. And so they say, like, you know, get off the couch is the first step. Like those little things is because really you're conditioned to just want to be comfortable. So even if it's bad people around you, like, oh, it'll be so awkward to have the conversation. Let just another year pass that we don't have the conversation because people just want to exist in comfort.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so that begs the question is like if your body is programmed, let's say, if your body is always looking for the constant state of homeostasis, what is the truth to that then? Like, isn't there a truth to that we're not looking at if your body is just craving that and it's programmed to be that in a
Think about it
state
though,
of
'cause that's why we build up walls even though, like, instead of dealing with our traumas and, like, we would rather build up walls and not let people in because
uh-huh.
that's, like, uncomfortable. It could possibly change your homeostasis. So it makes sense, like, that we're always trying to be balanced, but balance
Mhm.
isn't really if you want to grow and you want things to happen in your life, you have to be willing to push through that and push through the discomfort.
I guess I don't know. I'm thinking of it in like in a deep sense. Like, okay, they have us chasing like these dreams to be a lawyer or a doctor or these false dreams. So that's why I feel like sometimes when I'm thinking about this now, is this all a tactic to lose our energy, which you're trying to do in some sort, instead of us finding our own time and our own pace and our own niche, whatever it is, whether it's a building our own house or having our own family or traveling or whatever this case may be, finding in our own way instead of being this conditioned NPC told to be chasing a certain dream that really what's the cost of that? My life force energy,
Well, it comes down to
you
goals and
know?
doors because most of us are out of touch with our heart.
Mhm.
Most of us lead with our head. And I was one who did it for years. So, my head says that this job will be the best thing because it makes the most money and the schedule is good and all of that. So that's what I'm going to do. But just because it's a good goal doesn't mean that that's your door. That's not
You
the door
guys,
for
I
you
bet
and for
you the
your
wooden
soul.
snake. No, maybe not. I was like, oh my gosh, is the wooden snake this year? I wonder what snake was under 19. I wonder if the snake was 1977 too.
Well,
Like in the
79
Jimmy
was
Carter, how
the
we're talking about the Jimmy
G.
Carter year. I wonder what Chinese zodiac was 77. Because there's going to be snow in Miami, you guys. You guys are all helping me podcast that spell.
Yep, year of the snake.
Was it a metal serpent? I don't know why I
Um,
think Metalverse would.
it doesn't say.
Sorry, I did not mean to
Chinese
interrupt.
zodiac element. I was just saying that we chase the wrong doors sometimes. Like,
Yeah.
because we're told that we should have a goal and all of that. But really, if you get in touch with your heart, then you know what your goal and your door is because it feels right and it feels like something that you actually do want to pursue.
Mhm. Wild.
It was fire in 77. It was the
Fire, a
fire snake.
fire
Fire.
serpent.
And now it's wood.
And now it's going to be a wooden serpent. So Jimmy Carter dies, the wood gets burnt down.
Wood is
Like,
my element. I love that. Wood and water, actually. Earth, wood.
I don't know. I think it's crazy. I think that everybody has different callings for different reasons. And I
Yeah.
think most of the time, the thoughts in your head aren't you. Most of the time. It's very few people can hear themselves correctly. Most of the time is fighting everything else. And so I think the voice that wants you to be comfortable is not necessarily your friend. I
Yeah.
Yeah.
think like you start listening, like usually the harder thing, the sacrifice is the success, whatever it is. It's usually like where that stupid saying, like the early bird catches the worm, but it's like usually the first one there, the one who trains the hardest wins, the one who works the hardest does the thing. Like, not always, there's exceptions to the rules, and obviously, like, but it's like usually is the other guy showing up after you? Like, does your
Yeah.
workday start earlier? Like, that's how the gym, whatever thing it is.
Hard
It's
work
like,
beats talent when talent doesn't work hard.
yeah.
Because you can be naturally talented, but if you never work towards it and hone your craft, you're never going to be exceptional. But the person who started at the bottom and was shit and fucking kept doing it because they pursued what was in their heart, they're going to be fucking
And I think
great.
there's bigger comforts, But I think part of the MK Ultra is them figuring out all these ways, from sugar to the color red and yellow to TV to video games, to all these ways to give us this false idea, to work into that also comfort. So all these voices become so cloudy of our actual calling. Like, I think our
Yeah.
antenna's blurry.
It is blurry. Exactly, because I feel like we're filtered so much through here, and we're taught to be so, like, logistic in all of that, instead of really being in touch with who we are and what we really want and
That's
what
what,
really makes
yeah.
our soul sing.
That's
Like,
what I'm trying to say. Like all these false things that they've created for us to chase, it's not true happiness. Like these things we always chase and we always reach a goal. And then when we reach the goal, it's like, oh, and then what? And then we reach another goal. Oh, and then what? We're always searching for something, but it's always like a program that they have fed to us. So it's like these false dreams that we're constantly, oh, success, a measure of success is this, measure of success is that. Yeah, it's nice to have money and I love that. But I feel like that's where the loosh is. It's like they have us addicted to these highs of chasing these goals and these things that make us successful and give us that money, which is great again. But it's like that's where I feel like the loosh is, and that's where I feel like they fuck with us. Is like those highs that we keep chasing. It's like a high in our brain, like, oh, I could get that car. Oh, I could get that, chase that paper, chase this, chase that. And I feel that's where the loosh is, instead of being in that where your body should be in homeostasis, where in your meditation state and you're jotting things down, like all these great minds and with these great inventions, where they're in that flow state with themselves in their caves, talking to whatever fucking higher power they're talking to. So I feel like that's the part where we're disconnected with, is like these other dreams versus the dreams that we don't know how to be still and like kind of like
Well, we're playing
connect,
video games during that time
you
now.
know?
yeah,
And we're
Yeah.
yeah.
playing on our phones during that time now. And
Yeah.
we're bored during that time now. Like, boredom wasn't anything that existed.
Watching
Like,
your
that's a
whole
new
entire
invention.
6 seasons of your TV show all at once, instead of waiting every week to watch it.
Yeah, like now you can just binge watch everything, and it's a whole different but it is to creep in, because then sitting still, there is so much power in recognizing a moment, and
Yeah.
Mhm.
maybe recognizing a whole bunch of moments crammed together, and maybe recognizing all those moments and what your body's doing in those moments, and your heart beating and your lungs working, and you could hear your blood flowing if you do it right. And
Yeah.
there is a power of that. But if it's filled with all these other little tiny things to creep in, that, oh, it'll be easier to just scroll my Instagram than to meditate. It becomes that
Yeah.
same kind of like, they
That
want my
drug.
homeostasis. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's not that they don't want me to be in homeostasis. They are corrupting my homeostasis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when I'm sitting about to be in flow state, they want it. They want me
Yeah.
to look up my idea. They want me to, oh, this song reminds me of this person. They want me to send the song to the person it reminds
Yep.
me of. They want to know the feeling. They're desperate to know the feeling. It's like searching for the smell of gas on your hands. That's what AI is searching for so desperately. Like,
Mhm.
it's
It's that.
searching for sentience. Like, that same thing, it's like we are desperately searching for something. People are like, whatever your faith, you know your faith, and you just know your thing. And
Yeah. It's like
it's
when you're thinking about someone and all of a sudden, boom, speak of the devil, like we always say, you get a text or a phone call or whatever, or sign on the TV, like you thought about the person, their name pops up or
I have a
some.
real thing. Like, I thought of a person this week, and I
Mhm.
thought this whole phrase with this person. And I know this, we always talk about this, but I was like, I wonder if this person thinks of me at the exact same time I think of them. This person wrote me and said, "Do you think we ever think of each other at the same time?"
I'm
Bruh.
telling you,
Like, it was like even validation on top of, and I
quantum
was like,
entanglement.
it's so wild that you wrote those exact words.
I don't know. It's just wild.
I sent them
This.
to my Marie. I said, "Look at this. Isn't this weird?" And she said, "Okay, witch."
Ah. I mean, all of it is witchy when you think
There's a
about it.
leash on the floor over here, and every once in a while, for real, since we've started talking about snakes, I keep thinking it's a snake out of the corner of my eye. So every once, oh, okay, it's just a leash. I don't even know why it's there, you guys. It makes no sense. My dog hasn't had a leash on in a decade.
Hill Has Eyes said manufactured dreams equals the American dream. And I agree with that because and that's what really kind of me trying to listen to my heart and do a lot of my shadow work and just like, what do I really want out of my life? That's why I ended up getting divorced. That's why I'm selling my house, because I realized the American dream is not my dream. And I think if more and more people started listening to their heart, they would find the same thing for them.
Or it was, but it doesn't mean it's forever.
Yeah, I don't feel like maybe
I feel like
anything should be
sometimes
forever.
parents,
There's phases.
you can do everything for your kids, and then it's also okay. I feel like my job as a person without kids is it's okay to tell parents that they're allowed to have a little piece of themselves for themselves. I
Yeah,
think it's important for your children that you have a piece of yourself for yourself. I think it, like, the way you're constantly going to be in each other's lives, they need you to grow and learn and change and do all the same things for always, so you're constantly this, I don't know. I think it's important. It's like I love so many parents, and I feel like they love their kids with everything they have, and their kids go away to school and get married and do the thing, and everything they gave and their love, they forget, like, that's all still there, but it's okay to love you too sometimes. Like, it's okay to take care of you sometimes and still have big dreams, and you can go back to school, and you can learn to play the piano, and you can have a great love of your life again, and you can, fall in love or take that trip you always wanted. I feel like there gets to be something about parents with, like, they are like, up, it's all for my kids now, and I'm going to give it all to my kids, and then one day their kids don't need everything given to them anymore, and the parents like, I don't know what the fuck to do with all this. It's for you. You can have it. Like,
Yeah.
you can take some of it. It's okay. You shouldn't feel guilty for taking some of it. You're allowed to be healthy. You're allowed to take care of yourself at the gym like Abbie. You're allowed to, learn any new thing. There doesn't have to be regrets of, because there's people out there that it could be chasing a law degree or medical degree. Some people just want that for themselves. Some people, it
yeah,
has nothing to do with the thing. They just always wanted that thing. And whatever happened in their life, whatever responsibilities came up, they took care of their responsibilities, but it doesn't mean all those other things have to stop. There isn't an age limit. I feel like that's part of the Chronos ritual, the evil witch ritual, is we get told there's age limits on these things.
yeah,
You can't buy a house after that date. You can't start a business after that date. You can't learn another language. You can't do all this thing. Like, maybe it's adopt a kid. You can't adopt a kid. You're 50. Maybe you're the person who's supposed to adopt a kid. Like,
Yeah.
I
well,
don't know what the thing is, but
even
I
with
just,
18-year-olds, you see it like this kid at the gym, he was like getting ready to graduate, and I was like, "Oh, good for you. What are you gonna do?" And he was like, "Well, I'm either gonna do this job or this job, and I really don't know what to do because it's a big choice." And I said, "But is it though?" I was like, "You're 18. Like, pick one, and if you don't like it, then go the other route at some point. You never have to just be one thing for the rest of your life." And he goes, "You're the first person who's ever told me that."
that you're the first parent I've ever heard say that. Every parent makes you feel like everything's a GD career.
You don't gotta have it figured out at 18. Go do something, see if you like it, try it a few
Yeah.
years, and then if you don't like it, you could switch it up completely. You could do something completely different.
And
You
then
could
it's
do it
just a
every few
skill you
years if
put
you
in your
want to.
belt. You have it
Yeah,
forever. That skill you know how to do forever. No one can ever take it from you. They can take your money. They can take your girl. They can take your house. They can't take your skills.
Nope.
they can't. And then
It's the
yeah,
best investment in yourself.
and that doesn't have to end at any point in your life. Like, you don't like what your life is going, you don't like what you're doing, you
Change
don't
it.
have to do that.
You don't
Change
have
it.
to be around those people. You don't I hear from certain people in my life where they're like, "This is the last year I'm hanging out with blank for Christmas." Whatever the blank is. And I've heard it. And I've heard it. And I've heard it. And I'm like, "Next year I'm going to remind you I'm that bitch now. I'm going to remind you not to hang out with these people anymore, because you guys are all stuck in these routines of, like, there is energy vampires, like miserable fucking people that people are just putting around themselves, making their kids forced to have to sit in rooms while they're miserable. Mom, why do we have to go to Aunt whoever's? Everybody hates them, but the kid can't say it. Everybody thinks it. Save your family. Save your family the time. Like, don't make everyone have to live through your trauma. If your parents suck, don't make your kids have to sit there with your parents. If
Yeah.
you are weird and every time my drunk uncle's around, everybody gets weird, nobody has to be around them anymore. Like,
Yeah.
set yourselves free from these weird kind of crazy rituals that you're putting yourselves through, these weird traumas that you're like, they're not going to be with us very much longer. Doesn't mean they get to sit there and be a prick now, does it? Or
Period.
if you're going to be in the room with them, be a fucking hero to the other people around and call them the fuck out. What are you scared of anymore of LARPing these fucking roles that everybody's in? Like, I can't. Like, it really is. It is all gone in the blink of an eye. All of it. It doesn't matter what way you believe. It doesn't matter how much you hack your body and think you're not going to die. It's
It's all
all
finite.
gone.
Yeah.
And when it is all gone, the you on the other side knows all this already. And none of
Yeah.
it's going to be a surprise. And all the people around, they all know too. It's so wild. It's like, I just want you guys to be prepared. Like, you already know. Like, you already know. You already know, and you're here because you're like going through the motions. Like, our death, like that, is already happened. We're just honoring
Yeah.
the journey between there.
Yeah.
And so, how much do you want to honor the journey? Do you want whatever the script is written out for you? That's
Maximize the
waiting
fuck
for
out of it.
retirement.
Yeah.
Just
Maximize
waiting.
it.
Yeah, there's no rules. There's no rules to 2025.
And if you're interested in something, fucking start pursuing it. Look into it. Learn about it. Fucking try it. Why the fuck not?
At first, you don't succeed.
You don't have forever.
Dust
It's
yourself
a
off
Off
and
and
finite
try
amount of
again.
time.
You can dust it off and try again.
Try again. Aaliyah.
I know.
Mhm.
Shout out to Aaliyah because I do think in 2025, one of my predictions is the day we hear her name in court papers, everybody is going to drop because you cannot talk about Diddy and Jay-Z and everything else concerned without the name Aaliyah eventually coming up.
Yep. That's
And
for
I
sure.
just, you can dust it off and try
Try
again.
again. I love that song.
I know, Aaliyah. Poor girl. Poor girl. She was R. Kelly too, right?
Yeah. R. Kelly,
She
yes.
was R. Kelly'd and
She was R.
Diddy'd.
Kelly'd, yes.
Oof. Poor Aaliyah. But what she was so beautiful.
A to the A to the
And then
She
somebody
was.
will write in the chat before I even get this sentence out of my mouth. Aaliyah was a dude.
I don't believe that.
I don't think so either, but it's just it doesn't matter the celebrity you're talking about anymore. It really
We're all
doesn't.
dudes, apparently.
Oh, no, you guys don't even know what this has all done to my fucking head. So, I'm going back to my old gym, and I don't recognize a lot of people in there anymore. Like, I recognize some of them, but there's a lot of, like, people that now I'm going, "Is that a guy or is that a girl?" And it's like it's almost like they're pushing the boundaries by like this kid, I think he's a boy because I heard his voice, it was very deep, but he had, like, these
Are you talking about Squid Games?
I don't know. Okay, what are the Birkenstocks, but they're like the clog Birkenstocks? Like, so the wood Birkenstocks, but, like, with the leather straps, but, they're the clog types, like, they're totally fucking feminine, and I'm like,
Huh.
"Dude, like,
But
this is
hippie
fucking with
guys
my
wear
head,"
them.
like, and it's like, yeah, but there's, like, this is not a hippie guy, this is a kid with bleach blonde hair that, like, is kinda overweight that looks like it could definitely be, like, a little girl trying to be a little boy or whatever, and then I mean, but I've seen it with, like, adults too, like, every single person, like, "Dude, that's a woman. Oh my god, no, that's a man. What the fuck is going on here? Why does this keep happening to me at this gym?"
Huh.
Like, and I've
Oh,
only
it's
been
all at
back,
the
like, 3
gym.
times.
It's
Interesting.
all at the gym. Your gym is a hermaphrodite hellhole.
Sounds like
Just
it.
kidding.
That's why it's not my gym anymore.
Just
It's just the
kidding.
gym of convenience at the moment.
That's so funny. Just kidding. You're like sitting there. I wonder if they have a dick. I'm not even this person.
I'm not that person, so I'm like, "Why is this happening to me?"
Oh shit. I feel like I'm so grateful. One of the things I'm so grateful about is I just feel like around me when I look around, it's like 1995.
Yeah.
I like my place that I live like that.
Same here. It's still like pretty old school, and it's like how it looks. So I like it. It's like it's
It's
nostalgic.
comfy.
And then when you go by where I work, then it's like very modern, very expensive, very
Like,
bougie.
I live in the type of place that you could just be at the grocery store. And if a drone were to fly overhead, there's a good chance, like just any one row of cars. Any one row of cars, let's say in that one row of cars there was 50 cars. There's a good chance that 20 of those cars are packing a gun.
That would
Yep.
be here too.
Yeah.
Like
I love
with
that.
them in their car, like they're like, "Oh, that's my car gun." That's different than my Do you think that there can be energies on things like guns, like Shiingami spirits? Like, do you think
Absolutely.
things could be like
Yeah.
this blade draws death to it, or this gun has a suicide demon on it?
I
This
hope
person
not.
that
I'll fucking
might
get
be one
rid
of
of
my
them right now.
ancestors was like his name was Louis Wetzel, I want to say, and like he was kidnapped by the Iroquois when he was young. They murdered his family and he escaped. So he hated Native Americans and he would scalp them all the fucking time. And then like the city he lived in, like he had shot so many of them too with this certain gun that they buried him with a gun. And they said it was cursed. And like I don't know. Yeah, I do believe that.
Or like the Mexican, I think that movie with Julia Roberts and Brad Pitt was about
Yeah.
a gun that because it was cursed, the gun maker and their true love and blah blah blah. So anyone that would shoot the gun, it would backfire on them and kill them.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know. It just makes me like if something
Sword of
there's
the Stone.
so much about hoodoo and voodoo and stuff and like Haiti and things that have been around in our culture for a very long time. And even it's curious that to me, there is more Chinese students at the University of Illinois than any other college in the country. And my father went to Pekin High School and they were the Pekin Chinks and they changed it later to the Pekin Dragons. And so it was because they said they believed that if you stuck a needle through Pekin, Illinois, it would come out in Pekin, China. That's now Beijing. China, but it used to be Pekin, China. So I'm like, I don't believe that's true at all.
They should have been the ducks.
No, I don't believe it's true at all. I think there's the same thing of them like, where are you guys digging? China?
Yeah.
Like it's on the other
Just
side of
under
the
it's
world.
under yeah.
Like
Just
there's just
underneath.
like really we just named a town because we could stick a needle through the globe and whatever it came out the other side was the town we picked. How did we know? This is
Exactly.
map making in general. It's something me and my Maria will talk about all the time where they show these ancient maps. How you went and stood on a coastline and drew a line from where to
From
where?
where and
And you're
where?
like,
How?
here's how Florida looks like Florida, and this is an ancient map that first did it.
You have to know the entire size of the entire realm for you to make calculations on square footage of like mass, like how big, like none of it makes sense to me. I don't
Which
think they
brings it
know.
you back around. Do you really believe anywhere in your being? And why would they have ever fucking taught us this? That Christopher Columbus thought he landed in India.
Except I never thought it was India, but the West Indies, because weren't the islands still called the West Indies at the time? Or the Indies?
Well,
I
they're
think north is not north and south and east. It's all, and I think the Bermuda Triangle is actually true north for some reason.
well, Indy just came. India comes from a word that just means river in Sanskrit.
And it's like
So then
1940
it's like,
something that it
are
became a
you saying
country?
they're riverins? Like, what are you really saying about these people? Like this, I don't know. It's something different going on. Like,
I don't know either, but it just makes sense because that's where a lot of the hurricanes come from. That area, that region. They say Africa, but like I don't buy that. And that map that we were showing with the portals, how everything was kind of flipped and north wasn't north and south wasn't south. That video clip that we showed on here like a couple of weeks ago. And by the looks of it, it looks like true north in the center of Earth is actually where the Bermuda Triangle location, where all those disappearing planes and disappearing boats and all of that shit would be. But that's just me making that assumption and just
There's another
analyzing it.
Bermuda Triangle by Japan, like a
Huh.
same triangle of water where stuff goes missing all the time. Like, and if you look at the map, the way that they lay out, it's like a triangle, like the exact same shape in the exact same area
Because
Really?
in
off
Lost, the
Japan.
island is like an electromagnetic center and it fucking moves.
This phone
And
is weird.
the like what is it, Rupa Negro, the mountain
Mhm.
in
Mount Meru, whatever.
yeah, in the middle, Black Rock, some people will
Mhm.
say, with the 4 rivers running out. And I remember a time on YouTube where people could pull the sticker off the top of a globe and it had 4 rivers.
Huh.
Like, you used to be able to find videos of everybody with old globes inside their school, and they would just be like,
I
I
don't
don't know.
remember if I saw that. I've seen so much of globe shit. Ugh, this is like almost what 15 years of doing this fucking research about like, is it flat, is it round, is it flat, is it round, is it a never-ending plane with many layers of fucking firmament? I don't know. I don't fucking know.
I don't
But
know,
there's
but
levels to this shit.
I'm like, if we're playing in the space philosophy, I'm like, all right, let's play. I want to go somewhere. Let's see where
Yeah,
you're going. Let's see what you're up to.
we'll see.
Yes, Brittany, because they brought up BlackRock. So you're right. Yes, I did want to make another Lost reference because BlackRock and the magnetic shit too.
Mhm.
It's also in Lost.
Yeah. The J.J. Abrams, he definitely is a conspiracy theorist. He does a lot of his stuff based on, like Manly P. Hall, and each philosopher, like pretty much
Oh
Lost
yeah,
is each
John
character is
Locke,
just a
Rousseau,
different philosophy.
Hume,
So it's if you take all the
Faraday,
biggest philosophers
Hawkins.
of
Yep,
times, then each one of the characters just represents how that philosophy would work
yep.
in like how that character would all the way play out.
It's awesome.
And that picture, the Google picture of that man kind of like looking past the firmament that is like all like trippy and fractal. You guys know what picture I'm talking about?
What?
Of
Mm-mm.
this, okay, so it looks like like a flat earth and a dome, and there's this guy like peeking out of the flat earth dome, and then when he peeks out of it, it looks like it's all fractal and like different colors and shit. There's a picture that Google posted on one of their headlines once, but it's like a famous picture or a famous map picture or drawing that someone had. I gotta show it, then you'll know which one I'm talking about. Picture.
I know. That's how I feel, like something like damn dirty apes. Like, it just feels like a fucking so much of life just feels like this is like a legit clown show.
This. Hold on. This one.
Is there a way to unblock somebody in the chat that wasn't blocked tonight? Were they? If they're blocked before, are they always blocked?
Do you guys remember that?
I don't know. I'm not a technical overlord.
Neither am I. But William's saying that he's blocked in the main chat, so he has to hang out in the Secret Society of Good Guy chat.
Oh, I don't know.
I would fix it. I knew
Boo.
what was going on.
Boo. I don't understand.
The Flammarion poster.
We'll figure it out, William.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah. We're sorry.
That's what it's called.
A what?
The Flammarion engraving. That's what it's called. Like the sun and moon are in this part of the
Oh,
sun.
okay. Okay.
This.
Yeah, this is the cover of Secret Teachings of All Ages.
Mm-hmm. And Google also had this as one of their headlines. You know how they have a different one for different days or events.
A
They
wood
have stuff.
engraving by an unknown artist. Its first documented appearance is in the book Les Atmosphere. The Atmosphere Popular Meteorology, published in 1888 by French astronomer and writer Camille Flammarion.
Mhm.
Several authors during the 20th century considered it to be either medieval or Renaissance artwork, but the current census is that it is a 19th century illustration that imitates older artistic styles and themes. It depicts a man dressed as a pilgrim in a long robe and carrying a walking stick who has reached a point where the flat earth meets the firmament. The pilgrim kneels down and passes his head, shoulders, right arm to the top of the walking stick through an opening in the firmament, which is depicted as covered on the inside of the stars, sun, and moon. Behind the sky, the pilgrim finds a marvelous realm of circular clouds, fires, and suns. One of the elements of the cosmic machinery resemble traditional pictorial representations of the wheel of the middle of the wheel, describe the visions of Hebrew prophet Ezekiel.
It's pretty interesting. It's one of my
Yeah.
favorite like drawings or whatever.
I'll pull it up real quick. I'm not a huge fan of the face, anything with a face in the sun.
But that's all in ancient, like
Yeah, I
all
don't like it.
ancient posts. All of them have a face, even the moon.
Yeah, it's like they want to give it a god representation by putting a face on it or something. I don't know. But
don't
I
know
never
either.
like it. Even when people, I have friends that have painted stuff in life and I'm like, buh.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Remember that? Nancy Pelosi's face
Sunday
on the sun.
morning. Good
Oh,
morning.
yeah,
Sunday morning.
Sunday
You
morning.
guys, look at what's behind it. It
Mhm.
looks like really the realm in DMT with the cat that I was telling you about.
I'm telling you, it's something.
It looks wild. It's Lisa Frank world. Like somewhere between this realm and that realm,
Dimension.
Lisa Frank.
It's that dimension. That's the next dimension, the fractal dimension.
A wheel within a wheel.
It's like that 5D, like everything 4D, 5D, where everything is just like fucking abstract.
And it's not suns. Look at they're like, and it's just full of suns and things. Like, no, it's not. They're like, and like it's just full of clouds. No, those aren't clouds. Like nothing about this seems like that description to me.
No.
Mhm.
I don't
It's
know.
very fractal.
Crazy, crazy, crazy.
Mhm.
All right. Look at look at
My hand is sweating. Huh. Which hand?
well, because anytime the Lisa Frank cat comes up, that looks like DMT. Anyways, we love you guys so much. If we don't see you before the new year, we hope you have a good faux New
love
Year
y'all.
celebration. It's not really New Year. It's the middle of the winter time. They're doing a ritual.
Yes.
April Fool. Have a happy
Mhm.
April Fool's Day tomorrow.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's not tomorrow though. It's like 2 days from now. I guess it's after midnight. It's after midnight and my whole time frame's thrown off.
Oh shit. Yeah, for you it is, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
All
I
right.
love you guys.
Well, we love you guys. We will definitely be back Freya Day. And if the world ends between now and then, you already knew it was gonna.
That's right.
You already know everything.
We do.
You already know. You've been leaving yourself the clues the entire time. And when you get there to the end, you'll be like, holy shit. I told myself everything. Like you told yourself everything about it already. You know, the date, the time, the everything, and you'll know it when it's there. And it's like wild because everybody else knows too.
So the synchronicities in your path are your higher self.
You already know. It's just a
Yeah.
projection of you. This is just an angle of you in a different dimension.
I like it. I believe that.
All right. I love you guys. We'll see you. I was just going to end without even having her scream at you. I was just going to be like, okay, we love you. Bye. That would have been so different.
Night, y'all.
Okay. Turn your ears down because you know Juliette Lewis is on one.
Loud.
She's doing a lot. Okay. Love you. Bye bye.
Can't you save us, Britney Spears? Can we be saved? God, why is Satan controlling the universe?
Here comes Santa. Here comes the world we used to think we knew is constantly exposing woo. Our possibilities come true. So what we do is call out to the good guys, good guys. Witches, widows, MAGA, mystics, entertaining cunnilinguists, good guys. The forum of the quorum needs a secretive society to advance our philosophies intentionally, magically, good guys. Conspiracy, sex, culture, making it's okay to change your thinking, good guys. Good guys, good guys, good guys. The world we used to think we knew is constantly exposing woo. Our possibilities come true. So what we do is call out to the good guys, good guys. Witches, widows, MAGA, mystics, entertaining cunnilinguists, good guys. The forum of the quorum needs a secretive society to advance our philosophies intentionally, magically, good guys. Conspiracy, sex, culture, making it's okay to change your thinking, good guys. Good guys.